All right. Let's see if we can fire up this YouTube. Get some.
Why you don't have static whatsoever now. But when you start adding people to the panel, it seems that's when it occurs.
Oh, yeah.
But it's clear as a bell right now.
Oh. So we got 23 people.
Pamela Williams, welcome.
Where'd she go?
No, I mean back to the
All right, we got 5.5. Let's hit that next milestone, y'all. All right, let's talk about some things. Let's talk about some things. Who all want to see Diddy free? Put a one in the chat. Where the ones at? Where the ones at? I don't see no ones. Ah, it would be nice.
not anyone's case of you. They are probably burnt out on the duty too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even see why it's in the news. I mean, it's in the news so much, but they're not reporting anything.
No.
Awfully on the down, but it's insignificant.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's going ain't nobody really gonna talk about it until something happen. Everybody waiting to see if he get convicted or what's gonna happen with the case, how much time he gonna get.
Have
Mm.
Williams for one, and it's the only one you got.
Thank you, Panama. Now, thank you. Thank you, good stuff. Yeah. And yes, yeah, I think that's what's going on there. People just waiting to see how it's gonna go.
Rico says not guilty.
See, there you go. There go another one in the chat.
Steph says free, yes. Held accountable, yes.
Okay. Okay. We'll go with that. All right. Who we got here? Who we got? Who we got? Oh, LB in the house.
He popped up and popped right back up.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, okay. That's what it is then. Yeah, I was looking at those yeah, it's crazy how they don't want us to have a hot. You know what? There was something else that I was looking at that was interesting. I went off on a tangent and time just flew past. And it was it was kidneys. It was on how many people are selling their kidneys and how that's big business over in Africa, man. They are talking those people into selling their kidneys.
To who?
To the hospital.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 1,600 to, on average, this is what I've seen. They will promise them 1,600 to $16,000 to sell their kidney, and they would promise them the money, but once the procedure is done, a lot of times they wouldn't even get their full pay. Like say they promised them 1,600, they would only give them 1,200 or something like that. and they made them sign a form saying that they are not selling their kidney, they are donating their kidney, and that they are related to the recipient of the kidney. And a lot of times these forms that were mostly in English, they couldn't understand English, and they would show once the procedure was done, the people, the guys that had got them done, it was like a small incision, man, on the side. It was two small incisions. Forgot what they called the procedure. And the incision was about an inch, maybe an inch and a half in width. Two of them, one top and one bottom, where they would pull the kidney through. Man, these guys were good. And they said they had interviewed, I don't know, about 15 people that had it done. And the guy was, they were saying that they would get these procedures done so they can buy a motorcycle and make a living for their family with the motorcycle. And it was heart wrenching, man. It was a sad story. It was sad to watch that. It was terrible. It's horrible.
What's sad is people who are hard enough to sell their body parts to some.
Yeah, man. And this one guy, I'm not sure if he was a medical in the medical field or not, but he said a lot of these guys, man, won't even live past 60,
Why?
um, because they miss because without that kidney, and a lot of them they might not eat healthy, or they'll start drinking or something like that, and they only got one kidney. To the function of the kidney is to what? Filter out impurities, right?
Yes.
And they only got one kidney doing it, so the body is, that one kidney is working overtime, and if that one kidney go out, you're done.
Steph has the number one gift.
LB was good, my brother.
What's going on? How you
Everything
just
cool.
going going on these other pages, watching people going crazy over ice, man?
Oh yeah, that's the topic, huh? Ice.
Yeah, I don't understand how we getting mad about ice, but we need to save our own people, man. We're not
What
willing to go out there and save our own people.
what do BLK people get mad for about ice for? I don't understand. We not on the chopping block.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As soon as you mention that to them, they want to block you off their page and get mad. Come on, man. What? Kids and everybody being detained and handcuffs. I think I saw an 11-year-old girl handcuffed and ICE officer was searching her and everything today.
Well, I can understand that, and I feel for you, but in all reality, in all fairness, when our 11-year-old kids get handcuffed and pew pew by the police, I don't see too much sympathy and uprising coming out for us besides us. And that's just how it
Thank you,
is.
man.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, we got to take care of our own. And I mean, I'm not condoning that the little kids getting cuffed up, but hey, I
Plug Rico, don't put all cuffs in the please.
what is Rico doing? Nobody but us. This is not okay, Rico. All right. Uh, welcome, K Steph. K
Good
Steph.
morning, everyone. Hello, hello.
Okay, Steph, how you doing? I saw perfectly down there a moment ago.
Yeah, I thought she was coming up. Yeah, I saw perfectly.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm not going to be long. I just wanted to tell everybody good morning. We were talking about the kidneys, um, which I had heard about, but I also wanted to share that, but you probably have to Google it to get more information. but big companies are also doing that with people in different countries in Africa. Have them program AI so they sit in places for 10 hours a day looking at the most heinous, evil things and
Uh-huh.
have to tell the computer whether it's real or not real. So that's how AI is able to, cut lives and, ban things off the internet because they actually have real human beings actually watching this material, 10 hours a day. And they're dealing with mental, like scary dreams and, just a mental thing of seeing somebody unalive or seeing some child abused. Basically so that we can have the luxury of having the computers, block that before it comes to us. So just wanted to share that. It's happening. They're taking advantage of the poor.
And Suzanne says, hopefully he doesn't get off.
Oh, why? What did he do to you, Suzanne? What did he do? He's not even guilty of what they charging him with. But yeah, these big hospitals are the ones they sending scouts out to recruit people who sell their kidneys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Taking advantage of people in their weakest,
and they
weak point.
yeah, and these are
Suzanne said, seriously?
yeah, seriously. Yeah, that's the y'all never come back with a direct answer. Or either like that Pablo dude just outright lied. That Pablo dude was just a straight liar. He didn't I don't know what's wrong with dude. Casa. Casca. Diddy will walk. That's what's up. Um yeah, so yeah, that was real interesting that and in some countries oh yeah, they would okay, Steph is gone. Where'd she go? Huh.
I don't know. She said she wouldn't be long, but I didn't know.
Okay. Well,
Suzanne said the SA alone.
he didn't do nothing. He paid Cassie went and got recruited people and he allegedly sat there and watched. Now that I mean, if he sat there and watched, I mean, how's he I don't understand. What did he do?
Yeah,
What?
but he's not on trial for SA.
Oh, right. He's on trial for trafficking and RICO. Yeah,
Rico by itself. Wow, that's everyone on the Rico.
yeah, one man RICO. Come on now, like he's some type of Al Capone or something.
We just we didn't watch a whole bunch of YT people marching in the street talking hate. They don't have a Rico charge, but he got one, huh?
Right, right. Yeah, and yeah, I was just talking about, and be careful over there in the Philippines. I don't know, they might, they probably snatching people for kidneys over there too.
All
Uh,
back.
oh well, yeah, but whenever I know you'll be back, I'll probably be back too.
Trying, bro, I'm trying to pack up September and leave for good. Done with America.
Done.
Done, done trying to even argue with YT, now argue with BLK people. There's no solution. Nobody come up with no solution, but if you come up with a solution, your solution is always dumb without us trying. So,
I'm starting to see more and more BLK people. It was this female, this Candace Owens type chick talking reckless. Let me see if I can pull this chick up. What was she talking about? She was talking real reckless and breezy.
Suzanne say, I know that when other people get fingers for them. Money, money, money. See,
Yeah.
well, for Suzanne, they don't get no years for that. You know, you go to the company I used to work for, it's called Briggs and Stratton. They got the people that like to touch the little kids. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but you know, doing things with the little ones, you know, and age supervisors access to more. They're getting privileged. Go over there and tell them to stop doing that. I'm out there protesting for them to stop.
Hey,
Epstein money didn't help him. Epstein is waiting on his verdict.
hey, listen to this.
Not Epstein, but Weinstein's waiting on his verdict.
Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Quite frankly, they're our only allies that we have in this world. Freaking sure as hell don't like us. And quite frankly, they're the ones that sold us into slavery. If you really think about it, we don't produce anything, we don't own anything, and we damn sure don't know how to live with it. With all the dysfunction that is coming out of our communities, I don't think people will want to help us. We as a community need to change our worldview, and we have to be accountable for the things that is happening within our community and actually come together and do something about it. This toxic relationship that we have with white people and this built up anger that we have against them, it needs to come to an end. I'm telling you guys, people at the top is leaving this. As we stay distracted, they destroy our country. True Americans do not care about race. And if you are a person that cares about race, then you are part of the problem. We live in the greatest country in the world, and there's people out there that would die to be in the positions, and there's people out there that do die to try to get here. Basically, what I'm trying to say is united we stand and divided we fall. Weird.
Now, she said the first thing she said, y'all didn't catch it. Uh, she said that we would wither away without whitey people. Y'all gonna see Diddy walk. Certain politicians may be involved. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. So they got to make it look good, huh? And you know what else I learned? I learned that the first BLK politicians were Republican. It was the Democratic Party that promoted slavery. I learned that.
That's a few nights ago. It's true.
He was right. He was right on that one.
I want to tell you one thing I noticed too.
Well,
We the only one keep giving our votes and nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Democratic Party was the one that promoted slavery.
First, BLK people were Republicans, not Democrats.
Right. Enrico Palazzo. Wait, Palazzo? Enrico Palazzo.
Was free Diddy for a year now, man.
All right, that's what's up.
For a year, man. I knew. Listen, man. I'm trying to put y'all on game. When October 7th happened, they needed a decoy because they could have had a court hearing about the Hamas thing of who dropped the ball. The Israeli defense, the security dropped the ball, right?
Right,
They were supposed to bring the people, the Hamas terrorists, the specific people. Arab people? What are we on about? Right, the specific people that actually did it. Instead of blowing up random people. That's insane, bro.
Wow. Okay,
So now they need to take the American mindset off of what's happened, right?
Right.
How are they going to do that? They need a decoy strong enough to last a year.
Smoke and mirrors. Wow.
Smoke and mirrors. It's the only decoy.
Okay.
Only the other decoy I could think of, maybe Taylor Swift break up. Or I don't know, no other
Some
decoy.
newsworthy. Okay. Okay. Let me welcome BOM. BOM. And then I'm gonna welcome Shavo. Shavu.
So Jay, Halo.
What? Oh, Hamo.
Halo. Halo.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. How you doing?
Cider. Okay.
All right, Halo. Oh, okay. Uh, what y'all got?
Jank.
Okay. Okay. What you got, DO? DOM?
Oh, my bad. I thought we were fucking on Halo for a bit. You want to hear what I gotta hear? God have mercy. God have mercy on everybody. So I know, but I know. I don't even have to semi and no.
Wait, no profanity, bro.
Oh, I'm be on TikTok, but I'm trying to. How about this? I will.
I appreciate it.
No problem, brother. So the fact that I'm gonna say 1% word.
No profanity, bro. We brought
There's
out.
okay, gotcha. There's no way we're saying free Diddy. No. Free him from what? Free him from the mountains of allegations, or free him from? You can have allegations on anyone, and then you have Epstein's Island 2.0 for the black community.
Okay.
Then we have a problem. There's no. I want to even. I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Knows that P. Diddy is guilty. There is no free Diddy.
Okay.
That will
Okay.
not be a hashtag submitted upon any
I'm gonna
social
come
media
back. I'm gonna come back to you on that because I got some questions for you. Let's
website.
ask. Let's.
Is real guilty?
Let me ask. Let me get. Whoa. Okay, bro. I asked you not to curse. Come on, Halo. What you got for us?
Okay, don't get mad at me. I see how you don't drop me in that.
No, he's using profanity. I don't mind you having your opinion, but I'm asking that people just refrain from profanity. Let's broaden our vocabulary a little bit.
So this is my opinion.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you want to say this is profanity, but when it comes to the COONs in our community,
Okay.
the spouse in our communities, we need to acknowledge that.
Uh-huh.
And P. Diddy thought he was above the law. He thought
Okay.
he was sitting next to the white T man, right?
Okay.
Until he made them mad and try to sue Ciroc and thought he had some type of thing going on, but they showed him better than they can tell him that you are not up there with us and you will always be treated as an N-word, no matter what. So what did he do? They knew what this man was doing for years.
Uh-huh.
They knew the type of evil things that he was doing, but they was putting it in their pussy. Hold on, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey.
Let her land her plane, Enrico. Let her go ahead. Come on, sister. Let her talk, brother, please. Come on, sister.
White supremacists.
Uh-huh.
Okay, at the end of the day, they showed him. Okay, they gave him all these goods. At the beginning, it was so good. He was doing everything they told him to do. Mm-hmm. He was hopping like the little puppy they was. And then the minute that he decided to sue Ciroc, the day that he went against what they said, that's the day that he learned that day.
Okay, well, since you want to do that, you know that little girl that you had trailing along with you and abusing. We're gonna use that against you. You know all the women that we knew that you, the men, because he's of this, whether you want to know
Okay,
it or not,
let me
he of
ask
the
you. Let me.
LGBTQ.
Halo. I got a question. Where's the evidence of this? I did see.
It's self-explanatory.
No, it's not self. No, it's not. No.
Stuff.
Come on, come on now.
Listen,
We can't. Everybody.
or not. You want to answer it or not?
I mean, you gotta show me some evidence.
Came coming
Where
down and
where's where
put the suits to rock.
where's the?
They did it with Bill
Hello.
Cosby. They did it with a lot of black celebrities.
Yeah, you're still not saying where the.
These celebrities, brother.
You're still not saying where the. One sec. Okay, you still not saying where the evidence at though. When I ask people, hold on, let me hold on. When I ask,
not gonna let me. Okay.
hold on, because you're not telling me where the. If you say, look, this the evidence. When I say, let me, I'll let you speak. Yeah, I'll let you. Wait, I let you speak. I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you at all, and I asked people not to interrupt you while you spoke. So allow me to give me the same courtesy. Every time I ask people where the evidence is, they either say you're delusional if you don't see the evidence, or don't you see the evidence, or if it wasn't no evidence, they wouldn't have a case against them, or uh, yeah, you don't understand. The evidence is right there, and everybody says the same three or four talking points, but nobody says specifically where the evidence is. The only thing I see, one sec, the only thing I see is the hallway with him dragging Cassie. Now, if he was charged with assault, battery, or something like that, I would say, yeah, he's guilty. I see it. It's right there on film. He's guilty. I see that. But he's charged with a one-man RICO case. No, I do not see evidence of that. He's charged. It's funny how, and and if I'm not mistaken, earlier you referred to him as a coon. Is that correct? Okay, let me address that. Let me address that. Let me address that. Let me rebut that because you addressed him.
Rebut nothing at all.
I am. If you well, if you're talking, that's because sometimes when you already convict the person, some of us don't listen to learn. Some of us just listen to respond. But for those,
I'm trying to
hold
teach
on,
you something.
hold on, sister. You're not because you never gave evidence that you're not going to because you don't have. There is none.
Gonna give me. You don't want to listen. You just want me to listen.
Now, for the people out there, okay, I'm not talking to you then. For the 117, the 127 people out there, she referred to him as a coon. This is the same man that created a BLK party. He said we're gonna start a BLK party, not a Republican party, not a Democratic party. We're going to start a BLK party, and I'm going to finance it. And he started to push that movement. He said, don't think because I'm up here or because I got this type of money that I don't feel discrimination. I'm still connected to the block. So yes, he did. So while you calling him a coon, that disputed that right there. And if you don't believe me, you can Google, you can Google it. You can Google it. So I'm not the one who's lost, sister. You are, because you're convicting a man that there's no evidence. There's little to no evidence against him. Come on, Mr. LB. Come on, LB.
Can I say one thing, Marcus? What she is saying that after the deal fell with Ciroc, that's when Home starts talking about the party and all that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Otherwise, he did not care about us. That's what
Wait,
she's trying to say. Like,
that's what she. Wait, let him talk, sister. Let him talk.
Destroying our careers.
Was you finished? Was you finished, LB?
Yeah, I was finished.
Okay. Okay. Come on.
Do you know that this man got all these black people together, promised them a good career, promised them everything and what he did to them,
Who?
made them walk for cheesecake.
Who
Still
did?
didn't give him the good career that he
Who?
wanted.
You're
He
not
took
naming any
he took
names.
a lot of artists. He took a lot of artists' shit and even put his
No
own name on it.
profanity.
I
No
heard of
profanity. No profanity. No profanity. That's what
I'm
we
sorry,
ask.
but you gotta start to realize that these celebrities are not on our side, sir.
Nobody said he is.
Go out here
You
and compete for them.
he's not on trial for destroying people's lives, celebrities. Well, what is
He's done nothing for the black community. He has done nothing but destroy lives.
what lives did he destroy?
Nothing at all.
What life did he destroy? That's a direct question. I don't know. That's a direct question.
Their music.
Who? You said that 3 times, but you didn't name any name. Who? Who?
Name.
Who? What is that illegal?
People. A lot of people.
He destroyed Mace's life. What difference does that make?
For these coons,
I'm
bro.
caping for a coon. Give me evidence of him being a coon.
Bro.
Give me
Caping for
evidence.
the coon.
You
Why? There's no way. There's
Who's-
no way. There's no way. I will never sit up here and cape for no celebrity. I would never. That man will look down upon you. That man will spit on you, sir. You're nothing to him. Nothing.
where's the
And he
evidence?
proves that every
Where's
time
the
he get up in
where's
that
the
studio.
that condescending? Where's the evidence? Where is the evidence?
My God. It is him having them black people walk for cheesecake.
Who? Who?
Do you not see them other celebrities? Do you not see them other artists that work with him online right now crying about how that man did him?
Who? You keep saying celebrities, but you're not naming no names. You're not. I'm really getting. Okay, name 3.
Group Danny Kane. Who else? What was that other group that he made?
Danny Kane.
For cheesecake. Where are they now?
Danny Kane. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. The music must not be no good. I don't even know who that is. Hey, if you're gonna condescend or try to talk down, we gonna go there. We're gonna get obviously you're delusional. You're delusional. You're delusional, sister. And you're the average sister with that hatred in your heart. You're the average sister with that hatred in your heart. You have a problem with men. I wonder if you got a man. Are you married? You have a you can't because you're ready to convict it. You can't. You're ready to convict a man that has no evidence against him. You act like you don't see the history of what's going on with men in this country because you're not you have 2 ears because you ask me a question. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. Oh, now you're gonna name call. Get on out of here. Get on out of here, sister. You didn't lost your mind. You think you could talk reckless and stay up here. You done lost your mind. Get on up out of here. What's wrong with these delusional women? You're very delusional and lost. Every time you ask, that's the problem with these people. They get so emotional. You ask them for evidence, they talk all around the block. Did any of y'all hear her name any evidence at all? Because I heard none. I heard her say a whole lot of people. That's what she said. I don't know a whole lot of people. Who is a whole lot of people? Is there an artist name a whole lot of people that Diddy destroyed? I mean, what's going on? What's really happening? What's really going on? People come up here, they want to use profanity, they want to disrespect the panel, they want to talk down and condescend, they want to say I'm caping, they want to call Diddy a coon. I don't know. Now, what was you saying? Where Palazzo was speaking. Come on, Palazzo. What you got, brother? Palazzo, you still there? Palazzo, Palazzo, Palazzo must have went to make a sandwich or something. LB, you there? LB.
You know me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, come on. Explain to me what this hostile, irrational lady was talking about before I had to excuse her.
She talking about like Biggie, how he did Biggie Miles and he stole a lot of money for her. You know, I believe
Is this
Boys
documented
to
though,
Men.
LB?
Huh?
Is this documented?
Yeah, really. You can look it up,
Okay,
man. Like
he might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that to be true or false. But my main focus is this trial. Is he guilty of what he's being charged with? That's my focus right there. I don't even want to get into whether we like Diddy or dislike Diddy. He may not be a likable person. I don't know him. He may look down on me walking past him. I don't know. But
my thing is we know he's not guilty of a RICO because it's only him. Like,
okay,
man, like you feel what I'm saying? Like, God dog. Trying to some new stuff. We know he's not guilty of a RICO because it's only him. That was stupid. And I believe they're gonna lose the trial behind that. But my thing is, if he was walking around with a child, where's that kid at? You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, that's my
Where's that
point.
kid at?
And everybody keep calling him a uh, like men on men type person. I haven't seen any testimony of anybody saying that, so I don't know that to be true or not. I haven't witnessed it. I don't know. So why would and then people get emotional when I don't support things that I cannot prove or cannot see, and then when I ask them to show me proof, they can't show you proof. They get emotional. They get hostile. They get upset. So that means that you are what hate Havo. You call yourself Halo, but you got SHAVOO anyway. But you're delusional. You have to open up your mind. This is what I'm asking you to do. Open up your mind and take a real look at the case and
It's
determine and let common sense and logic be your leader, because all that those little cheap shots you trying to take, that don't work. That don't win trials and cases around here. Go ahead on with that, because I could take
it's
shots
just like
too.
they were saying Carl Winslow, from a family man was at Diddy. He don't even know Diddy. Rumors come up. But if I'm giving a big party at a big mansion, ain't no telling what I can't watch every room. Ain't no telling what's going on in the rooms. You feel what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Hugh Hefner had crazy parties too, but since he been gone, they going after BLK people of, saying things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having the same type of parties.
And you know what? And I let you up here on the panel to have an intelligent conversation. You did it in true emotional form to get out your body the way you did. You couldn't even have an intelligent conversation. You had to get all irate and hostile. That lets me know you're not thinking with logic. Let me welcome Willie Young up here. Willie Willa. Okay, my bad. Willa Young. Willa Young. How you doing? Willa Young. Willa Young. Willa Young going once. Okay, you come on back up. You ready for us? Where you at, Willa Young? Okay, come on back up when you ready for us. And Enrico, come on back up when you ready too. Who we got? The Truth Seeker. DE, the Truth Seeker.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro.
All right. Where you from, brother?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio in the house, Midwest. All right. What's
For
going on?
sure. Where you from, brother?
Chicago.
Chi-town.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What you got for us?
I'm just coming up, man. I want to just listen for a minute and see what y'all on,
Well,
or let me know.
you see the you see the topic, the title.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, defense demanding a mistrial. They caught somebody in a lie, so they asking for a mistrial. What's your thoughts on it?
My biggest thing though about this whole thing, when it first started, I was like, man, done did some stuff, jammed up. But when I heard him on the voicemail, I thought back because I was a street. I thought back to my street days. And he ain't doing nothing but doing what all of us, if you was ever in the streets, he ain't doing nothing that none of us wouldn't have never did. Not saying some of the stuff is extreme, but that's his personal preference. Because I was like, man, he did some stuff, but now I'm looking like he ain't did really nothing but what we all done did or kind of experienced in a way, man. I don't think the trial is something, man. If we getting tried, I don't mean to jump just around, but we getting tried by a law that don't understand us as a people.
Okay.
That's the real truth, though. We don't really understand us as a people. So when we go in their system, they look at it and they get a lot of us thinking they way, but a lot of stuff that's normal to them ain't normal to us. You know, that's my thought on it, though, bro.
Thank you for that, brother. Let me welcome Young Mamba.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Where you from, Young Mamba?
From Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania in the house. What you got for us on this topic?
Oh, he definitely guilty for sure. I mean,
He's guilty. He's
oh yeah,
guilty. Okay, why do you say he's guilty for sure?
'cause, I mean, when you actually look at Lil Rod's case, I mean that had so much evidence, pictures, everything.
Hmm.
I mean, if you actually go back and like look at Diddy's history, I mean, he's
Hmm.
done a lot of crazy shit, and I mean, the feds were
Hey,
protecting him.
no cussing though. We don't use profanity up here.
Sorry, the
Uh,
feds were protecting him for a while,
uh-huh.
and like it came to a point where he had to come down for whatever reason. They were saying it had something to do with his drink business or whatever,
Mhm.
and that's why it came down. But who knows exactly?
But
But I mean, yeah, Diddy's
he's
guilty of a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot.
he's charged with trafficking. Who did he traffic? What did he traffic?
Okay, so for the freak offs, he
Uh-huh.
would do it within out of state lines. So it would be in LA, it would be New York. And so if you're having, freak offs and Cassie's essentially saying that she was, out of it, she was, on, multiple different types of drugs. And so, he would have women all over the place and then have them, on certain medications. At that point it's basically, you can kind of say against their will. And bringing escorts out of state lines too. So I mean, you can also make that argument. But I mean, in terms of the way they charged him, I don't think it was the best way of going at it. I mean, they could have charged
Hey,
him for.
let me read this definition to you. The S trafficking, the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another for the purpose of S exploitation. Is that what he's guilty of?
Well, that's what they're charging him for.
Yeah, but is he guilty of it? Because if everybody is a willing participant, how is it trafficking?
Yeah, and that's how it makes it a lot more challenging to kind of prove that.
Oh, yeah.
But
So what? Yeah, but you said you came up. The first thing you said was he's guilty. In all fairness, I mean, he's guilty by public association, but legally, in a court of law, how's he guilty?
so so you have escorts, you're bringing them, throughout the country,
Hmm.
and then you have the victims, I guess. The escorts are getting paid, and so they're going across state lines, and then having you know um, sex, obviously. And so, I mean, you can make an argument if saying that Cassie was a willing participant or not. I mean, that's what they're going to have to kind of really settle in court if she was kind of more willing, or if she was, I guess, forced. And so that's
Can
kind
I
of,
ask you a question? How old you gotta be to say no?
you can be any age.
All right then. So they had a way to say, hey, no, I don't want to do that. Hey, no, I don't want that stuff. They had choices. These are adults.
Yeah, yeah. So this is where it's the prosecutor, the prosecuting team is going to say that it was more based on coercion because Diddy was, paying for her lifestyle. He was doing everything, and she couldn't really say no if she wanted to live, a certain lifestyle or keep that lifestyle or her career.
But she's the one
He,
who
he
arranged it.
controlled the career.
Wait a minute, but she arranged a lot of these freak offs. She arranged them.
She was
So
having someone Diddy wasn't even there.
yeah,
Correct, because she wanted to make him happy. Really,
ah,
correct.
it's
You're not there. That's gonna make you happy. You're not there. And your girl out there having freak off and you're not there. That's gonna make you happy.
No, because they must have had like a certain routine. They said they did it weekly or whatever. So I mean, after you get to a certain point, I mean, you don't have to add somebody. They're just gonna
She was
kind of
doing,
go.
listen, bro. She was doing it with females that had nothing to do with Diddy. That's what she loved to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm talking specifically with Diddy, but
yeah. See
he
that's my
other
thing. Every time I ask people where the evidence at, we never see it. Let me welcome clarify this mess. Clarify this mess. Where you at?
Hi,
All
how are
right.
you?
All right. Where you from? Clarify.
I'm I'm actually from California.
California in the house. What you got for us? Clarify.
Where my confusion comes in at, they're bringing charges or allegations per se, all the way back from 1991. Cassie's assault, she claimed, took place in 2016. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't she just file the lawsuit like 2 years ago, within the last 2 years? So we have to ask ourselves. I'm Gen X too, so that's my time. I'm from the same time. I grew up in the hood. It's life. We have choices. We could say no. She was initiating these freak offs. And my biggest question comes into play. They're all adults, but you hear the rumors, the TikTokers, always trafficking minors, CPS is involved in this. Well, where's all that at? Where's that evidence at? Because so far, the only thing I'm witnessing is consenting adults that took part in a freak off that they may now be embarrassed by. But when Cassie came out, it was kind of like it opened floodgates. So you got to be able to go through what's true, what's not true. Because Diddy is the man of the day. He does have money. People instinctually want money. So honestly, I think a lot of it's bullcrap. It's attention seeking. And when you're going to try to knock somebody off the throne, you got to strip them from everything that they have, including their integrity. Again, we just have options, and if everybody's going to attack me, it's okay. But I stand with Diddy because I think it's a bunch of bullcrap.
Thank you.
Well, so so are you guys doing it from the standpoint of like specifically just the case, or like in totality, like Diddy as a person and
I'm
everything
doing
that
it.
you know
I'm
about?
doing it from the standpoint this man is incarcerated and they have no evidence as to what they're charging him with. That's the standpoint that I'm taking.
See, okay, so what I'm taking is from the case and the individual because they're two of the same. Without the case, I mean, if you're not taking into consideration the individual, you cannot definitely take into consideration of the case because the man does have character. He does have integrity. He is an individual. So you have to take both of them in It's too much subjectivity. I promise it is. It's way too much.
And
There's so many different opinions flying around
and it's,
that to look just. I'm sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
go ahead. What I
I want to know
don't,
who his co-defendants. I want to see his co-defendants because he got a RICO charge. So where's the co-defendants?
And what is the RICO charge actually on? What's the basis of that? Is it weaponry? Is it drugs? Because I've not
oh,
really
we
seen
can't,
any evidence
we
of
got to
that.
be mindful of the words we say on TikTok so we don't
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
trigger the algorithm. Just, we could say, pharmaceuticals or something.
Ain't the RICO charges being involved with more than one person doing a crime?
I think they.
You know what I'm saying? So where's his co-defendants?
Yeah, the co-defenders are people that are speaking up. I think the feds might have gave them a deal in which if they say something or kind of testify in court, they would kind of be expunged. That's what I'm hearing.
What's about to happen? They're gonna offer Diddy probation. That's what's about to happen. They know they about to lose. They're gonna offer him probation. He gonna take that. The same thing that happened with what's his name? Young Buck. What's his name? Not Young Buck.
Young
What's his
NBA?
name?
Who?
Yeah, the same thing that happened with him. Yeah, the same thing. Give him probation and let him walk out of there. Thank you for wasting tax people money. There you go.
Millions.
It's the wrong. I don't think it's the best charge. I mean, they could have got him like a million different ways. I don't, think it was the best way to kind of go after him. But everybody knows he's a monster. But
He's a monster. Everybody keep accusing him of all these things, but then when you ask for evidence, people never specifically give evidence.
Or an example.
You can call me a
guys, look at Lil Rod's case.
Listen, you can call me a monster too, because if I had millions,
Rod.
there's no way if I had millions, I'm not standing in bed with just one female. So you can call me a monster too. I'm sorry to tell you that.
There was so much
I'm not staying in bed with one female. I'm not wasting my time.
I know
No, that's not the issue. Hold on. Listen, that's not the issue. Listen, if he was, everybody knows that if you go back into the 90s, he pew-pewed a woman in the face, got away with that. At a club.
Where is
At
it
a
on
club.
camera? I mean, how do you know he did this?
No, hold on. No, everybody knows, and she spoke about it. The actual
Everybody
woman that was
knows.
actually
Where's the evidence?
she
Was he charged with it? I mean,
No. Listen, this is the problem.
hold on. Look, if you look at Lil Rod's case, and I tell everybody,
Sean already copped out to that, bro.
what's that?
Sean already copped out to that. Let's not give people charges that they did not find guilty of, bro. Come on, man. This the problem. This the problem with a lot of people. Just like right now, right? A jury found OJ not guilty, but in your mind, he's still guilty, right? Forget what the jury says.
Well, if you actually,
That's what I'm saying.
guilty based up, but if you actually kind of like step away from like that and just look at it like logically, I mean, he's obviously guilty, but you got to look at the time and place too at that time.
If a jury of your peers find you not guilty, you're not guilty, bro. Come on.
Exactly. Well,
okay, so
you got to know if it's what's.
You're not the court. You're not the court, man.
I know that. What I'm saying is, hold on. They had in Lil Rod's case. Everybody should look that up. They had pictures, evidence. They Diddy's head of security. I forgot his name. His name was Mohammed or whatever. He's like pretty young.
But they picked the jury, bro. A jury set him free. A jury. Let's think about
I'm talking about Diddy right now.
I'm talking about a jury set Diddy free.
Well, the case is not over yet, or the trial's not over. I mean,
no, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the other case that you're talking about. A jury set him free. They set him free.
No, he didn't get charged for that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
because one of his boys took the blame for that, and he did the time for that, and Diddy, took care of him after he got out. So
listen, the court said that he had nothing to do with it. You was not the court, so he was innocent.
Let's not play dumb though. We know what's going on.
You're not.
If
you have money, try to make us play dumb.
No, if you have money and power, you can make stuff go away. It's pretty simple. It's not that hard to get away.
That's not true.
Yes,
That's what
it's
you
true.
think.
It's 100% true.
That's what you
Listen,
think.
no, Diddy's head of security. He has people within the LAPD where they can just call up rogue police officers, and if they get into a situation, they can get those rogue officers on site and make
Show me evidence
stuff
of that.
disappear. That's
Show me evidence. Show me
that was in
evidence.
Lil Rod's case, is what I'm trying to tell you. Look
Show
up
me
Lil Rod's
evidence.
case. His
Show me
head of
evidence.
security, I think it was named Muhammad or whatever, and he
Listen,
was
sir.
he was linked to LA. I think it was Miami PD, in which they had people. Yeah, it was in there. They had people they can call up within Miami PD.
It was not
If they were to
charged
get in a
with.
situation, they can make stuff disappear. That's how it goes.
You the reason. You like the type of reason that people pass when they've been like, they go to court, right? And you've been exempt from your past. They don't found you not guilty. You the type of person that want to bring up your past.
No,
even though
listen.
you found not guilty.
No, I like the truth. I don't care about all that cap
No,
stuff.
that is the truth, though.
No, basically, look, that's not the truth. Because
Yes, it is. The man wasn't even charged with the crime. So, but you want to charge him with it.
And we can also go down a list of Kim Porter, how she just unalived from pneumonia. I mean, there's a lot of things that within.
Okay,
I
I
mean, you
see.
can go
I
down.
hear.
That's
I
like
hear.
there's so much.
Wait. I hear a lot of allegations, but I don't hear any proven facts. I hear a lot of allegations. I hear many, but when you ask somebody for facts, you either mention someone else, you start talking about Lil Rod, or you start going off into to some other stuff, man. Why people don't just let common sense and logic be their leader? Why not do that? Why not just really listen to learn something instead of convicting them because some content creator or some law officer, content creator, put some crap out there for you to see and it looks good and sound good? Why we can't do that?
Well, me, I just follow the truth, and that's all I go by.
But you haven't
That's all
even
I care about.
you haven't spoke it. Where is it? Where's the truth? Where's the
I
truth?
mentioned it. It's in Lil Rod's case.
Look,
They
no,
have
we're talking
images
about
and
Diddy. I
everything.
don't know Lil Rod. I don't know Lil Rod.
No, look at his case.
I don't know it.
His
Why? I don't want to look at it. I'm looking
Well, you
at
don't want to
Diddy.
see.
I'm
When you
looking
have the
at
evidence in
Diddy.
your face, you don't want to look at it. That's
I'm
what I'm trying to
looking
tell
at
you.
Diddy. What? That's not the topic of the day. The topic of the day is Diddy. Why you keep mentioning Lil Rod? The topic of the day is Diddy. If you can show me some evidence on Diddy being guilty of what he's charged with, not what your feelings say, but the evidence of what he's charged with, then we can have a good conversation. What you got for me? Where's the evidence? What you got for me? Oh, silence.
Yeah. So no, because I was on mute. That's why I just got.
No, you're not on mute. I'm listening to you. You
No,
got
you put me on mute. I had to unmute.
what you got, young mamba? What you got?
Yeah, no, like she was saying, I don't know why they didn't bring it up. I don't know if they will. In terms of actual young kids, minors, being trafficked to.
Where's the evidence for this? Now you're talking about young kids.
No, what I'm
Where?
saying is there's evidence on TikTok where Diddy snitched on himself, where he's with the little white girl. He said he adopted her.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Everybody can look that up. It's on TikTok everywhere. And that little white girl had nothing to do with
Is he charged with it? Is he charged
I'm
with that?
saying they should bring that up. And there was also
Oh,
no. Also, there was a hold on. There was also another video on TikTok here where it was a Diddy
TikTok.
party in which she
Oh.
said CPS is arriving, y'all. You got to make sure whatever. But he mentioned CPS.
Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying. He can't play. He can't be a fun person. He can't make jokes. His life got to be so serious that he can't make jokes, bro.
No, why would he mention
No, he
CPS is coming in
said,
30 minutes, y'all?
bro,
That's part.
Bro, that's what you're saying. He can't make jokes.
That's on TikTok.
For
You guys can look this up.
Halloween, we walked around like the Joker for Halloween.
Why would you bring CPS?
Well, you know what? You
And
know
kids
what?
from CPS are coming. What is that supposed to mean?
If they
That's what I'm saying.
said
You
it,
guys don't want to put two and two
okay,
together. You just
okay,
want to.
okay, young mama. If they said it on TikTok, it must be true then. Yeah.
Did he out of his mouth? TikTok, but
Yes.
video is recorded.
Okay.
Bro, we cannot play. We gotta be serious people, right? That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying is like you guys want to live in some kind of fantasy world where just this is how it is. No, like
Listen,
I mean, it's your intuition. You have your own
okay,
gut.
let me tell you. Let me tell you a fantasy. Let me tell you a fantasy world. A fantasy world is this. Listen, R. Kelly is locked up, right? For one young person. You have Catholic priests that did it to a lot of young people, and they don't even have the time as R. Kelly. So go fight that case.
No, I
R.
agree.
Kelly.
I agree.
Go
And
fight
if
that
you
one.
actually hold on, and I like to
Oh,
bear
man.
the appeal back because did he actually follow somebody? We got to look at his mentors, and those are the people that we got.
Hold on one sec. I got you.
hold on.
I got you, Cliff Courage. Hold on. Let's welcome Cliff Courage to the panel. Cliff Courage. Cliff Courage. Come on, brother. You muted.
My bad, man.
Hey, where you from, Cliff Courage?
I'm in LA.
LA. All right.
All the
LA.
Bryants.
So what you got for us?
Well, first off, there is evidence in the papers that that of the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
What Young Ma's talking about, I don't like that because you're putting an innuendo. And that's not right. It's not right because a person is charged with something, and they could be guilty of that. I mean, from what they presented already, it's kind of wishy-washy to me, but they have more stuff coming. Don't do that. There's TikTok videos about it. Come on, there's TikTok videos, AI videos of anybody meeting Elvis. Stop that, please. Please stop that. Because it only shows me that the person's doing that has an agenda. And I don't agree with Free Diddy, but we stick to what's in the paperwork.
Okay.
It's already out there.
Well, to be honest, I've asked this question many times. Because all I've seen was the hotel incident with him and Cassie
And that's enough.
the lobby, the hall. No,
That's
no.
enough right
What?
That's enough right there.
Hold on one sec, Cliff. Now, if he was charged with DV or some type of assault and battery or
That's-
something like, hold on, hear me out. If he, hold on,
Stop it.
hold,
No,
brother,
because you're
I listen.
advocating for
Wait a minute. I listen to you. This is what we do. We listen to each other. I listen to you. Give me that courtesy. I watched the video of him in the hotel lobby of what happened with him and Cassie and all that stuff. If he was charged with DV or assault and battery, I would say yes, he's guilty. He's guilty. I see it. He's guilty. However, he is not charged with Cassie. He is not charged with that. I'm asking, my focus is where's the evidence of what he's being charged with? Because he settled the Cassie case with 20 or 30 million dollars, depending on where you get your source from. So that was settled. Why are they still showing that if they have all this other evidence? That's my question. Where's the evidence? Come on, Clip Courage. You muted up, brother. You can unmute whenever you're ready.
Let me break that down for a moment.
Come on.
Because there's something about what you said that I'm sorry, it doesn't sit well with me.
That's all right.
Doesn't sit
Come
well
on
with me
with
at
it.
all.
Let's talk about it. Come on.
And I'm to the video itself, as far as opinion, anything, it's right there. So your question of where's the charge on that in this particular trial he's going through, I didn't see any charges related to that. But my personal opinion on that, it would lead me to other stuff because there is no excuse for that video. Now, let me back up a little bit.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing your personal opinion is not on trial here. But come on, brother.
Listen. You gotta listen to me, right? Because if I was an investigator and you hear that video, which the hotel worker already admitted to, oh, what else is going on? Now that's just on an investigative portion. As a personal opinion, it's not about a personal opinion being on trial. For any man to sit up here and say that's okay, that's wrong. I wouldn't even use that video for any type of attempt to defend him. And I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't do that, because even going through and seeing all the stuff, I didn't know what was real or what wasn't with all the rumors before the video came out. But once I saw that video, I know cats who do that. And I fuck cats who did that within my family. There is no way on God's green earth to justify that video.
Nobody's justifying it. Who
You
just?
just did.
No, I didn't. I said if I said,
Say the
hear
video.
me.
Say the
Hold
actions
on.
in the video were
You
wrong. Then
you gotta listen to me.
not in the court.
You
Say
got
the actions in the video were wrong.
you have to listen to me to learn, not listen to respond to me. You got to
I'm
listen
listening
to
to
learn.
respond.
Okay. When I saw the video, if he was charged with DV,
You keep
hold
skipping the
on,
point. You
hold
said if
on,
he was
you
charged with DV, I said say it was wrong what he did in the
hold
video.
on. I didn't say anything was wrong. I said it was settled. I didn't say it was right or wrong. I didn't justify it. I didn't
You said
condone it.
right there. You said it's not right or wrong. That has nothing to do with it. That's wrong.
No, I
You
said
beat a woman in that video,
you're not
brother.
listening. So what? Okay, he did that. He's not charged with that. That's what the point that I'm making. He settled that. He's not charged with beating that woman. Not saying it. There you go. There they go. They never come with evidence. Come on, mindset. Oh, I think you've been up here before, mindset. Have you been up here before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's going on, mindset? We gonna have an intelligent conversation with no yelling, no cussing, no profanity.
Sorry, person when Cliff was up there not listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because you didn't say that he was right for what he did. You said he settled it.
Yes.
And now that's off the table. Now, why are we revisiting that during this whole trial? What he is charged with is RICO and these other things is not domestic violence. They're not charging him with that, but they got him on trial for domestic violence. And I don't understand that.
Use DV, please, mindset.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they want to make him guilty by public assassination, not by evidence. That's why.
They're doing a good job at that because that man Clip on there, he would have put him under the jail.
Yeah, and he's not listening. People don't listen to learn, they listen to respond. And that's a shame. I hear people come up here talking about how he was with men and did this and that. I don't know whether he was with men or not. I'm just asking, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? You said you made it like this. What if somebody?
It's a homosexual, but
Wait, we can't use that. Now hold on. Now hold on, young Ma. Nobody got up on the stand. Cassie was his closest intimate partner, according to what's going on. She never spoke on him having any type of relations with another man. So why are you? So why are you?
Did you listen to the freak offs? How that was
I
being done in
listened
the
to it.
cage?
Hold on. I listened to it and read
That's
it.
not
I
a
listened
straight
to it.
male behavior.
Okay, he sat there and watched. That might be a little weird. Okay.
Sat and watched. What else he do? He was
what did they
What
say
else
he
did
did?
they?
Fornicating.
What else did he say? Did they?
Fornicating himself.
Okay, himself. Did they say he did it with another man? What if somebody called you that?
Hold on. And then once the prostitute would finish in Cassie, he would take that and rub it on his chest afterward.
Did you see
So
that?
would you use that as a straight
Did anybody say that? Did anybody say that in the
Yeah,
testimony?
that was said in court. That's why I'm saying that.
I didn't see that in the testimony. Maybe he
Oh,
did,
it
maybe he didn't.
was in there. Trust
However,
me.
my main focus is where is the evidence of him being guilty of what he's being charged with? So if he did do that with the whatever, if he did that, is that illegal?
No,
Okay.
I'm not saying
Okay.
specifically
Now,
it's illegal.
first, okay. Now, where is the evidence of him being guilty of what he was charged with? That's the same question I continue to ask. Nobody can answer. But y'all answer with all these roundabout, he must be guilty, or they wouldn't be charging him if they didn't have evidence. And y'all, why do y'all pretend we don't know the history of what this country is all about? Why do y'all pretend that? Why do y'all pretend that we don't know what type of society we live in, what
Hey,
type of
man.
system we are part of? Why y'all pretend y'all don't know that? Y'all got selective memory when it comes to that. I don't understand you guys.
No, we have to make a distinction of people that don't serve the interest of the community versus people who are exploiting it. So I mean, there's that we have those type of people, use exploitation and they don't represent the community at all. And
Define exploitation.
exploitation in terms of like how
Define
they're
exploitation. Yeah.
so the way essentially pushing, a certain image in which they don't portray it just to, make money off the community. Because he tried to make himself as, this big, bad boy kind of image while he was, an
Okay.
underground homosexual at the whole
Hold on.
time at
Don't
the
use
front.
that word. Don't use that.
While
We don't use that word up here. So, according to Google, the action of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. Would that not be you exploiting him, treating someone unfairly
I don't know.
for your own
I
benefit?
have no gain to
Well,
stand with my position.
why would you say something you can't back up with facts?
I can back up with facts. What facts do you want me to
Well,
bring?
I've been waiting on you all night. You've been talking for about 30 minutes and haven't spoke one fact yet. You spoke on somebody called Lil Rod or something, but we're not talking about Lil Rod.
With his
I don't know who
case,
that is. We're talking about Diddy.
he pew pewed a woman in the face. I mean,
Did you,
she's been
was he found guilty of that?
no. That's what I'm saying. They framed it on another
Was
person.
he found guilty of that?
The legal system. He was
Yes
able
or
to get
no?
it.
Yes or
Huh?
no? Yes or no? Was he found guilty of that?
No, but you
Okay,
obviously
so
don't
why
understand how
are
the
you accusing him of something he was not found guilty of and you have no evidence of?
Oh, so the lady that was actually pupil in the face, she spoke about that, saying that it was Diddy. So that's not evidence
Do
for
you
what
have
she saw in her
video of,
face.
do you have
What she
footage of her
specifically saw
saying
in her
that?
eyes.
Come on, man. You got to,
She's a black
I
woman.
can't do this. I can't
How
do
was
this.
she black?
I can't do that. You not even, let's bring Biggie up here. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what Biggie got. Biggie, Biggie, where you
Yeah,
at? How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. Where you from, Biggie?
Uh, Texas.
Texas. All right. Texas in the house. What you got for us, Biggie?
All right. So you say you want proof. I'll say this to you.
Okay.
What about the video that we all saw and heard of him hitting Meek Mills from the back door?
What? Are you serious? You talking about
That's
that?
proof.
You talking
You
about that
say
AI? You talking about that AI generated footage that came from
I'm talking
Snowfall?
about the real video. I'm proud of you, Daddy. You got video.
Come on,
One, and we know that's him.
really?
He was not put on camera himself.
Everybody, yeah. He also essentially,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
trying to
Look
say with
here.
TikTok
Hold
friendly
on,
words is
hold
hard.
on.
This is before AI.
Okay, all right, Biggie. Let
He
me.
also did stuff with
Hold
Usher as a
on,
I'm
minor.
hold on.
saying you asked for proof.
I asked for.
Saying, hold on now.
I asked for. Wait. So I can let me be clear on the question that I'm asking. That I'm asking for proof of him being guilty of what he was charged with.
Well, you asked, was there proof of homosexuality?
Hey, we can't use it.
You asked for
We can't use that word, okay? This is TikTok, and I don't want to trigger the
I'm sorry.
algorithm.
If you record your own video, that's proof.
Okay, I haven't
That's
seen it.
all I'm saying.
I haven't seen it. We
Well,
gotta. Okay, we got over there. Okay. Let's see.
that's against.
Hold on. Have you seen that? Have you? Hold on. Have you?
Manners against the law. He did that with us.
Oh my God. Have you seen that video, Mindset? of him with Meek
I
Mill?
saw that video, and
It's not a video, it's audio only.
even if it's audio, then how do we know that they were just
Oh my goodness. It's audio only.
Audio and no, there's no video.
hold on?
There's a video of him poolside calling him daddy too. So
All right, let's make hold on. Let's bring hold on. Let's bring a real deal logical brother up here. Come on. Hey, welcome.
Give me a minute when you get a chance, Marcus.
Okay, come on, Mr. Rondo, and then we'll go to Mr. McBride.
Okay, panel and chat. Thank all of you for sharing your time with us. If you do not follow the live creator at this time, you may do so anytime during the live, before and or after. Also, you can help him achieve his live goals. One way is to tap the gold star to the bottom left of the screen. Please share this live throughout the live with as many people as you can so they can enjoy or join the discussion that we're having. We welcome all gifts, no matter how big or small. They are appreciated. You can also become a member of the fan club and or subscribe to the live creator. Also, we ask you to please tap the screen and hold the red light low.
All right. Was you finished, brother?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you for that, my brother.
Well,
Yeah, and thank you, Mindset. And Mr. McBride, it's on you.
I've been in the chat listening, and I just can't. I just can't. So, all these things that these people keep bringing up are, again, we keep bringing all these things up, but he's not being accused. Those charges are RICO statutes. Like, he's being charged organized crime statutes as an individual. I think this is unheard of. All the stuff that y'all bringing up is not relevant to this particular case.
Amen.
That's what it is. It's not relevant to this particular case. You can bring all the stuff up from when he was 8 years old to now, whatever he did. It's not relevant in this particular case. What he's being charged with is hogwash. That's what Marcus is saying. That's what any logical person would be saying. And as a BLK person, this is what we're saying. Like, don't, if you want to charge us the right way. Charge us with what you know what I'm saying? Charge him with all that you brought to the table, but you cannot make these things up right now that have not been proved in this particular case. All that stuff is not relevant. The lady in the nightclub, not relevant. The incident from the BC thing or the Stampede, not relevant. Little Rod, not relevant. Any of those things, Mills, not relevant. None of that is relevant to this particular case. That's all I'm saying.
But it's proof of what he's asking for.
Is that
he
I
asked for what proof do you have? But every time somebody said something, they keep
in this particular case, though?
No,
in
no.
this particular case.
I was in the comments listening. I mean, I don't even think Diddy's guilty. I even said this isn't proof of anything but the fact he said, well, how do you know that he's done these acts with men? Oh, very easily. He's got videos of it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, if we're talking about the case in general, I mean, you're not going to get any argument. I don't think RICO is what they should have got him with. If anything, there are so many other bad business practices they could have brought him up on charges for, but they wanted to try to get him where they could take all of his stuff. That's the whole reason why they're going after RICO. Because see, with RICO, you have to prove past, present, and future criminal acts. And if you do, every single dollar you own, everything, every piece of land, everything is automatically confiscated. And that's what they want. They want to take everything from him.
That's what we've been saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay, so that's the point in this case. Now, what you're saying, I get what you're saying when he wanted proof of his rainbowism or whatever.
That's all I was talking about as far as Meek Mills go. That is
Right,
Okay.
right. I get what you're saying that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the entire case right now, what he's being charged with right now. Is talking about, and that's not it.
Okay, Mr. McBride, have you seen this video that Mr. Biggie is talking about with him and Meek Mills?
It's audio, and I think it's been out there for a while.
It's audio only. Okay.
It's audio only, yeah.
Okay. So that could have easily been manipulated. I'm just saying.
Rainbow.
I mean, I mean, you know what? They could take anybody's voice up here. You could say a few words. You could take anybody's voice up here and make it say whatever you want it to say. We've all seen the AI with Eminem or any of these other artists or these stars talking, Bill Clinton, 47, saying all kind of things that they've never said in life. That audio can be manipulated. We know that. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, let's not defend.
Is that
It
hold
is
on,
straight.
hold on. Is
Yes.
that true or not? I'm just asking that question. Is that
100%.
thank you, brother. Thank you.
It is true, but I
Thank you.
will say this video came out way before all this fake AI shit started
Are
coming
you
out.
serious?
So
No,
it's
no
more
profanity.
likely
Wait,
that that
no
video was
profanity. And if
than
you,
not.
how long AI been out? How long have computers been out and people been able to manipulate words with computers? How far do these movies go back? Come on now. Let's not act like that. I'm just saying I'm not one to convict somebody without evidence, especially not somebody that say they part and parcel. Let's welcome user 6953.
How you doing? This is what I'm gonna
Where
say,
you
y'all.
where you
I
from? Where
don't
you
really
from?
think there could.
Where you from, user?
I'm from Yonkers, New York.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All
I
right.
kind
So,
of figured that. Come on.
right.
Yonkers.
So I'm gonna say this is that um, feel that what I'm saying he did some stupid things and stupid was, but at the end of the day, these are not real. What you could get them on is DV, and you can't even get them on that because those things went away a long time ago. So at the end of the day, I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm from YO. My family is from Harlem, right? Where he used to live at on 128th Street, right? Mama, whatever. Mm,
You know, brother.
I don't have to like the dude. And I really don't like him. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like him. But here's my problem with this whole thing. Is what you're gonna do, you're gonna lock us all up for being rich?
Thank you. Thank you.
So I have a problem with that. So, my thing is that, oh my God, this is not good.
Yeah,
It's
thank
not
you.
good.
Yeah,
It's really not good. It's not good. And I don't know, what I'm saying, if people want to understand it, what I'm saying, if girls or guys want to understand it, this is not good. Not good. Legally, it's not good. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that he's not guilty of some things, but what I am saying is that Rico, you can't be in a Rico by yourself.
and that's a good point that you brought up. He don't, you don't like him, but however you use him, exactly. His and his, that his feelings are not on the line on trial. Like you said, there's no evidence. Now, like I keep saying, if he was charged with DV or assault, battery, or something like that, I
Right.
saw the video. I would look at the video and say, hey, he's guilty. He's guilty. But this
Right,
other
but
stuff,
so
yeah,
you can't use it.
you can't use
So,
it.
so you can't use it. But my thing is that you want to keep showing it and to make us like soften about this. No, hell no. Because at the end of the day, most of the people that was involved with him was involved with him. Just gonna say it. I'm from New York. I'm just gonna say what it is. Most of the people that was on them stands was involved with him.
It's a money grab.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a money grab.
Hey, you call it a money grab, but I'm not saying that he's not wrong for a lot of shit.
No
No, because
cussing,
he is.
no
Oh, I'm
profanity.
sorry.
And yeah, I call it a money grab because in my personal point of view, they want to break him. He's got two sons and two daughters, if I recall, or if I'm right, I'm not sure. But from what I understand, he got two sons, two daughters that he's raising, teaching them the game, and he's going to pass that generational wealth on to them. They want to choke that out and stop that. They don't. They want to take his that bad boy catalog is whatever it's worth, probably
Well, it
billions.
doesn't really even belong to him. It belongs to the people that it belongs to. That's what I'm saying. They don't even have to do all that. They can take the money without even charging it. Right.
How?
It doesn't belong.
How?
Actually, it doesn't belong to him.
Okay, let me Google that.
Let me say something. Let me share something to you brothers. I'm talking to the brothers. I'm a female.
Who owns the bad?
You get this amount of money. You amalgamate this amount of money, and then you kind of piss on yourself. Sorry to say it, but you do. And then this thing with him, so Kelly, I got a problem with how men, go under the bus because they pissed on themselves.
Let me share this with y'all 1 second. Uh, who was that? Young Ma, Biggie. Y'all was saying how shisty and how dirty he is, and that other female. Who was that who came up here? She ended up leaving, who couldn't control her emotions. I don't know if she's still out there. But let me share this with y'all. According to this article right here, the publishing rights to the Bad Boy Records catalog are owned by the artists and songwriters who contribute to the music. Sean Diddy Combs reassigned these rights to the artists, including the estate of the notorious B.I.G.
When
Faith
did he
Evans.
do it?
Hold
Though?
on, hold
Because
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Faith Evans, Mace, and others. The shift from the traditional model where labels typically retain publishing rights, Combs himself is the founder. However, but he gave everybody their publishing rights back. So that in itself speaks.
I remember when he did that.
Yeah, thank you. That in itself speaks to his character for all those who said he was shady and dirty and stepped on all his artists.
Well, I didn't believe that he stepped on all of them. I just believe that he stomped on all of them. Because at the end of the day, I'm from YO, so
Okay.
then they,
Well, you gotta prove that though. You said you
excuse
believe
me,
it.
sir.
Hold on, hold on 1 sec. Let
Do
me
you agree with Diddy?
let
You
me
want Diddy
welcome
free?
something. What
You want Diddy free is what you're saying?
I'm saying, where's the evidence of what they're charging him with? That's what I'm saying.
Sir, if you could let me speak without cutting me
One
off.
sec, 1 sec. We got a new panel member. I'll come back to you. I'm listening to you. Something.
All I'm simply trying to say is that if you look at,
Wait,
I'm gonna mute alert on.
wait. We're having a conversation, and
I wanted to hear what you gonna say.
when you spoke, we listened to you. But right now, we got this panel member. Something I can't think of. What was you saying? Getting ready to
oh
say
my,
So what charges are you talking about?
the charges that he's been charged with. Do you know what he's been charged with?
oh my God.
Yes, I'm asking you. Multiple charges against him.
I only know of two major charges he's charged with. Do you think he's guilty of what you know of that he's been charged with?
Yes, there's been video evidence of him doing things.
Video evidence of him being guilty of
You want
what
me to
he.
give you examples?
Yeah, give me one.
You can't use that. You can't use that. Sir.
Wait, you have to let him speak.
So there was the surveillance video from 2016 of the Intercontinental Hotel where Sunday was caught literally abusing his girlfriend.
He's not
Okay.
charged
The
with
price
that.
of the
See,
bribing,
again, you're
bribing
not,
to suppress
again,
evidence.
hold on. Again, he's not charged with that. I'm asking for evidence of what he's being charged with. Now, if he was being charged with that and I saw that, yes, I do see that. I don't deny that. I would say, yes, he's guilty. However, I'm asking, y- where's the evidence of what he's being charged with? I'm listening.
So give me one of the charges. I'll give you that's against
Rico.
Oh.
There you go. She just gave you Rico. He's been charged with a Rico case. Where's the evidence of that?
How can you be charged with a Rico by yourself, sir?
I'm just saying that's what they charged him with. So
Well,
So
you know what? I gotta go.
huh?
No,
You can't be charged with a Rico by
Wait.
yourself. Even Sam the Bull said the same thing. You cannot be
Wait.
charged with a.
You're not. I'll come to you, user. Just be patient. Come on, something I can't think of. Where's the evidence of the Rico case?
Hold on, let me get my headphones because my shit's bugging. Can you hear me?
I don't hear the evidence. That's what I don't hear.
Okay. Well, so there was proof for the robbery of the press evidence where he had former hotel security officer Eddie Garcia had testified in court that Diddy had paid him $100,000 in cash to obtain evidence of surveillance footage. There's multiple people who testified against him for the freak-offs.
Are freak offs illegal? Are they illegal?
Where's the Rico?
Are they illegal?
It's in the Rico case.
Organized crime. That's Rico's organized crime. So where is him?
Okay, the multiple women, including his girlfriend, that testified against him for the whole entire freak ops for
Okay,
the
you're
for the
missing
drug
the
trafficking.
You
For the
keep saying they testified against him. You keep saying him. Where is the Rico in him? Rico is an organized crime statute. So where is the Rico in this
he's
case?
included in the Rico.
You keep saying him.
Who else is in Rico?
Who else is
Who's in Rico?
that?
Well, the other people aren't getting charged in this case. We're talking about the other people that
No, I mean it's actually pretty easy. We got with the actual definition of sex trafficking. So that's the action of transporting one person to another. It can be out of the country or within the country for acts of sexual exploitation. So he hired.
Hey, you gotta watch. I'm gonna have to. Y'all gotta be mindful of your language, man. My goodness, be mindful of how you talk, y'all. Let's bring up Sean. Let's bring up Sean Nicole. Sean Nicole, is that it? Sean Nicole, am I saying it right? Sean Nicole. Sean Nicole. Okay. What did you say? Are you there? Okay, come on back up when you're ready for us. You got them iPhones. Y'all people in these iPhones just don't work. Oh, well, yours is working. These people, I don't know, they come up. Yeah, I'm just asking for evidence of what he's being charged with. And if he's not, can y'all just be adult enough to just say, hey, okay, I really don't see evidence. I just feel like he's guilty. Just be honest with yourself.
Marcus, I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear. Thank you, Mom, for all the gifts. I'm still waiting to hear for one Rico statute. You keep the something
the person before us kept saying they're charging him, they're charging him, they're charging him. RICO is an organized crime statute. That means someone else is involved in this. So where is the person? And you have to have. Did he know that? Hold on, you have to have that. Person. Clark was also another person that was charged within it, not getting the same sentence that Diddy's getting. Diddy was recognized as the main leader and a part of the known as the Combs Enterprise, which he's getting charged primarily of.
We know
Just
that.
because it's an organized crime doesn't mean that one person can't get charged.
We know.
Capricorn Clark is also a person getting charged for it too.
Where's the evidence?
That's what I'm saying. Where's the evidence? Several people testifying, including his own girlfriend, Eddie Garcia. Capricorn Clark, who's also admitted to it so he can get a lowered sentence, have admitted to multiple things of these. And the other amounts of witnesses.
Multiple things, all multiple witnesses. That's really vague. That's not really. That's.
You want me to give you the name of all of the witnesses?
Let me
Is that
welcome.
what you want?
No, I want to hear evidence of what
Who's he
he's
being charged with? Capricorn Clark is not part of this case. Diddy Enterprises is part of the. Oh my God, you're not getting it? I do get it. You don't. Capricorn Clark literally got his lowered sentence for testifying against Diddy. He testified about his role in procuring drugs and facilitating the transportation.
Hey,
that sex acts, protocols or something.
Be mindful of the words y'all say, y'all. Let me welcome 800 credit up here. 800 credit. 8,000 credit. What is that? 800 credit.
800. That's 800 credit. How y'all doing?
All right. All right. Where you from? 800 credit.
I'm in Atlanta, man. How y'all doing?
ATL in the house. Okay, we all good. What you got for us? 800 credit.
Man, I'm just trying to see what is taking the judge for this business. This is turning to love and hip hop soap opera. Everybody wants to know what this man doing in his bedroom. I'm sick of it. I'm like, I don't care if he paid for whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad business. This is not a RICO case. This is the weakest RICO case I've ever heard of. The weakest. Thank you. And I'm like, at what point do we got to keep hearing what he doing and he paying for? I'm like, if I wanted to see that, I'd go to Love and Hip Hop and see what they doing. This is what it done turned into. They trying to. This man is a family man. He take care of a lot of people, and I know what they trying to do. Just trying to just ruin this man's reputation to where he can't get another dollar. But I'm around with Diddy on this one right here, man. I'm like, this ain't no RICO. This is a waste of time. This man have been away from his family. All of that stuff, no bail or anything because he challenged the Diageo brothers and the liquor thing. That's what this is all about, man. Yeah. So, most of them were unconsensual, not paid. Many unnamed women that didn't come out publicly. I don't know how to say her name correctly, but Bria Chanel Angola was a witness that claimed she was forced to engage in sexual acts under. I can't say that word because
I keep saying you can't say that word S.
I can't say the word because of TikTok TOS. What word do you know I'm to say?
S. Just say the first letter. But you gotta open up your mind, be a little creative.
What word?
Which charge is that under? Would that be under RICO?
Oh, you're talking about intercourse.
S.
Okay, I'll reword it. My fault. So
which charge is that under something? Would that be RICO charge?
Yes, it was unconsensual.
Okay.
So it was unconsensual. Man, come on, man. They didn't charge him for the people who he paid for because that's prostitution. They wouldn't put that under RICO. That's not RICO. But there were people who were unconsensually.
What was not consensual?
The multiple people that he forced to engage in sexual acts. And
I keep telling you can't say that. You can't say that word.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
You man. See, people like y'all, when y'all refuse to see things, I should know you're gonna keep saying it anyway. But you gotta.
It's a gruesome case. I don't know what you want to like. There's multiple things wrong.
I want you to open.
Tripping up on some words.
I want you to open up your mind. That's what I want you to do. You ask me what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I want you to open up your mind, and I want you to listen to learn, not listen to respond. Let me welcome Tashana back up here. Tashana, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
All right. What
Hey,
you got?
Hello.
What you got for us, Tashana?
Hold on. Is there a reason why I can't mute myself right now?
on the bottom right, look for me.
It's not. Oh,
You're
now.
like next to the chat box next to Gets, like near between.
Okay, now I can see the mic. Okay. Anyway. Y'all just arguing. But, y'all just arguing. So I'm waiting to get on to the topic.
Nah, I want to know about why we can't get the trial thrown out. I'm serious. Can the judge stop it? One, the man that did horrible things to people to get in their trial.
But you keep saying that.
Horrible thing, sir. When these people were willing participants. No, sir. No, sir. I'm done. I'm getting off of here because I'm done.
Okay,
Because at the end of the day, these people were willing participants. They were willing participants.
Once again.
No, they were willing participants.
You want me to give you
Sir, they were willing participants.
Ma'am, do you want me to give you a source?
And you cannot use a RICO charge on willing participants because they might have had a drink or two. No, sir, that's not a RICO charge. Even Sam the Bull would tell you that's not a RICO charge.
Hey, now,
Sam the Bull was charged on a RICO.
You don't have to continue.
No, sir.
Yes,
No, sir.
Take a loss.
No, sir.
Listen to learn, not to
Make us understand something.
Okay,
Make us understand.
You want me to give you people who were?
I want you to do whatever you can do to make us understand.
Yes, we don't understand nothing. So the source is coming straight from witnesses. There are many unnamed witnesses that didn't go publicly. Main witness
Who?
Chanel.
Who don't care? They don't.
Oh my God! Can I
It's
finish
still
my
not
conversation?
RICO.
Can I finish a sentence without you interrupting?
Who?
Okay, so woman Chanel Bungalan, going by her surname, a key witness who claimed she was forced to engage in sex under. I can't say. Oh my God!
I kept asking you. People don't learn. People do
Yeah,
not
man.
learn.
Thank you.
Oh Lord.
People do not learn. I ask you. Do
My
not.
God.
You trying to get my
I care what nobody say that this is not a RICO charge. At most is a DV. At
But
most.
that's state. That's state, though. It ain't no RICO.
That's it. Ain't no RICO, ain't no. As far as Cassie goes, he already paid for that. Exactly.
$20 million.
So, you my thing is that you don't have to like dude, and I don't like him, and I am from New York. Don't have to like him. But what you won't do is sit this brother up there on the stand and then make this brother to be made out to be like a RICO trafficking, and then no, all these people were willing participants.
Grown ups making grown up decisions. These were grown ups making grown up decisions.
Exactly. I'm just saying they was all willing participants. You're not gonna sit that brother up there. I don't give a shit.
No.
How I feel about it. It's bigger than just sitting him up there. This is about all of us.
It is. It's about all of us.
You don't understand.
We have to understand.
See, being up there represents my son, your
Everybody. Anybody making money. Anybody making money. Anybody making money.
This is not about me being happy about him slapping Cassie around. I want his ass beat. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But on him dealt with on that level.
Right.
He is not on track for that. Now it's clear what they're doing to us. They're doing to him. They're doing it to us.
They are.
And watch that. You better watch that.
I third out wide open. I see what's going on.
You better watch that.
I peeped it.
Why is it?
And I really don't like what 50 is doing, and I don't know if he understands what he's doing, but I don't like it. It's not funny anymore.
No, it's not funny. It'll be him in a second.
Exactly. He don't see that.
It'll be him in a second. He thinking that he got everything going on with the studio, all of that. Man, he got the shows going on. It'll be you in a second. Then it had.
My mom told me. See, he think they like him.
Nah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who you are. They don't. You are who you are. Look at your hand. Look at the back of your hand. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. But this is my problem with the whole deal. A lot of people coming with all kind of accusations, saying he the rapist and everything like that. The biggest problem I have with that, you got the man holding the highest seat in the country, possibly even the world. That's a felon that's been accused of rape, and they have no problem with it.
Yes. You know why? Look at the other side of your hand. We have to be careful and protect our own. We have to.
We got to stop showing. We got to stop showing out, and just because they want us to hang somebody, we got to stop doing it for them. We got to stop. We got to stop doing it. Every time they bring somebody up to hang, somebody got to be able to shoot the noose away from around your neck and be like, nah, I don't care. I don't care what he did. You know, these grown folks. These grown folks, we just got to call bullshit when it's bullshit. We can't use profanity.
no
I'm sorry,
profanity.
BS. BS. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We just got to call BS when it's BS.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Whenever I ask somebody to show proof of what he's being charged with, I never get that. Somebody got sound like they growling, an animal or something.
But
You heard, am I the only one that heard that, bro?
was looking on what's the name, man? They got 4 videos seeing the downfall of Diddy. 4 videos already on Netflix. On all kind of they want to put this stuff out there. 4 videos already. Got
Nancy Grace is having a field day. That Nancy Grace, Lord have mercy.
No, she don't care if it's a lie or not. Nancy Grace be all over it.
Yeah, that part is a setup. That part is a setup.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, it's 4 videos right here, Diddy, downfall of Diddy. I'm like, what is make a documentary?
And you see, Hugh Hefner was 10 times worse.
That's what I'm saying. They put them out for us to tear out each other, man, because they did a good job on us. That's all I got to say. They did a good job.
That part.
To tear each other down. We've been tearing each other down for 400 years. I ain't tearing down no other black man. I'm not tearing down no black woman. I'm not tearing them down. I don't care what they did. Unless they did something to some children.
I think Nasta was saying something.
Anasta? Who is that?
Oh, Tashana.
Yeah, is that Tashana?
Oh yeah, that's Tashana.
They had a lot. They had a lot going on though, y'all. You see, they had a lot going on. See what happened is they were doing too much. See, so you know they with grown folks. That was their business, and I agree with that. You know, that was their business. You know, but the thing is, you know, they had a lot going on, and so when you have a lot going on, you gotta be careful, man.
I mean, I know people in the celebrities got a lot going on, you know, but I mean, this ain't none of our business what he got going on. I mean, this ain't nothing criminal. These are adults.
Let me welcome Ra.
I mean, am I wrong?
Let me welcome
people that got a lot
one
going
second,
on.
my brother. Let me welcome Ra up here real quick. Ra.
I agree with you right on that.
Tashana, one sec. Welcome Ra to the panel.
Hi, Ra.
Hey everybody.
Where
How's
you from?
everybody doing?
Where you from, Ra? I think you've been up here.
I'm from Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit. Yeah.
You've been up here before, right?
Yep, I follow you.
Oh, thank you. I feel the love. Thank you. What you got for us today on this topic?
I was listening to y'all and I think anybody is wrong. I actually agree with everybody except for homeboy y'all put down. I don't really agree with him. Boosie had me cracking up. Did y'all hear Boosie talking about it? He was like, man, it ain't a Rico, it's a Freako. Was cracking up. He's like, this is not a Rico. That ain't no Rico, it's a Freako. He's a freak. That shit was funny as hell.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, sorry. It was funny though. Man, sorry, TikTok. For entertainment purposes only. And then I remember as y'all was talking, I was so young. I was like, well, not so young. I was younger, like teenager. I think teenage years, and that old white tea man from what's that? What was that show? That churchy show,
I think she's talking about Swagger, Jimmy Swagger.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that man's name, but he was like the dad on that show.
700 Club.
Oh no, not the seven. It was a show. It was like,
Seventh
well, that's a
Heaven?
show
I
too.
don't know.
Yep. What would say it again? Yes.
Seventh Heaven?
Seventh Heaven. That's it.
Wow.
The dad came. He was it was like a live interview. I want to say he had literally admitted on national TV. He had admitted to doing stuff to them kids or whatever. I think either on that set or different sets, and he said that. And I remember hearing about it. I remember seeing him. I saw it with my eyes on the TV. He said it, and I was too young to process it like a grown adult. But I heard it, and I don't remember nothing going down with him. I don't remember them prosecuting him, going to court. I don't remember no story about it. It was just they let him literally say that out loud, and then he just disappeared. And I don't think that they did nothing to him. I just think that they let him just okay, just go, just walk away. I don't know, he's not in the limelight no more, and never has been after that. Have y'all seen him around after that?
Not since that Inside Edition piece they did on him, where he admitted.
So is that? So so y'all know what I'm talking about.
I do. Yeah, but what about the Abercrombie and Fitch? Ain't nobody even talking about them. I mean,
Exactly.
they got bud.
You remember he just went, it was last year.
They got bud. They got a bud. I mean, these are real life victims. Now, they got real life victims. And they said that he's not even going to stand trial. They said that he's impossible to stand trial.
Wow.
They say it's impossible for him to stand trial.
But you got Puffy on trial.
And I'm like, I mean, the same time they came out, I remember that.
I remember that it was last year.
Like, man, we are, man, I swear, we are our own worst enemy. Because we sit up here worried about what Diddy doing. I'm like, man, turn the station. If everybody black,
you know what?
if everybody black disconnected, I'm Jake.
Jake, you know what? We're not getting on the point that a lot of this is jealousy towards Diddy too. In our community, it's a lot of jealousy.
It is.
To see him fall.
Yeah, it's just like Floyd Mayweather. I remember everybody wanted Floyd to lose. You know, it's like whoever the best, it's like we want to see him fall. When Mike Tyson was the top, everybody want to see Mike lose. You know, so it's always whoever the best, we want to see him fall. And I'm like, where do we get this from? You can't tell me this ain't this
crab in the barrel.
It's got to be crabs in the barrel.
I say we get it from them. Because when we build our own towns, look, hundreds of towns, Rosewood and
right,
we build hundreds of towns, and what they do
Wall
when
Street,
when
Black
they
Wall Street was a big one.
yes, and when they,
it's like our ice wasn't cold enough. We wanted to go get our sandwich one made, right? We wanted to get a sandwich. Like, man, ever since then we've been catching HELL.
let's
But I
bring up
think now when they're saying they want to segregate us, will we do it? Yeah, I would.
Me too.
let's welcome young leader. Oh, you know what? We did this, and whenever we segregate, whenever we do that, y'all see what happened. They come.
They burn our shit. Excuse me, stuff down.
Now, I don't know if y'all know, but there are 19 families that moved to Georgia. 19 BLK families moved to Georgia
Let's talk about that.
and bought 500 acres of land, and they started a town.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Freedom. I don't know if y'all know that, but y'all can look that up. Okay. Let me welcome young leaders. 1973.
How you brothers and sisters doing, man? I'm sure.
Leader.
Man, how y'all doing? Man, how you doing? Man, I finally found somebody. Thank you. So many kids over here. Man, I'm feeling good just listening to y'all. It feel good to me. I'm just excited about that, man.
Oh
And,
yeah.
and you know, I tell me my opinion if you try to want me to, but I just like, man,
Yeah.
I just got in here like, I don't know, maybe like, let's say 20, not even, I don't know how many minutes ago, but I love the vibe in here. The vibe in here is strong. I'm letting
Thank
y'all
you.
know that right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Where you from?
Thank
Where you from, young lady?
That's in Chicago.
Oh, where you at? South side, west side?
Man, I'm everywhere and ain't never there. You hear me?
All right, all right. Welcome,
It's
welcome,
just like,
welcome to the panel. Welcome to the panel, brother.
man, I appreciate y'all accepting me up here on this panel.
What you
Yeah.
got? What you got for us
Thank you.
on this?
What you do, man?
But you one thing about it when a man makes somebody a black man is always supposed to child for bad. You know what I'm saying? And a black woman, they make us the worst of the worst when he is he born in iniquity. We come from y'all had already created. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody culture, but some of these people slept with little black babies in their bed. Same people who trying to get us to think that like these are the worst of the worst when y'all bombing countries and doing other things all over this earth and taking people money. But most importantly, this here, when I hear us talk about us, and that's what we got to focus on, the medicine that's going to heal us as a people, right?
Amen.
And it's like this here. Every time we protest whatever, even here in Chicago, 16th Street been burnt down since Dr. King, when Chicago burnt it down with Dr. King. What we do is we get so muscled up that when they see us muscled up, they'll let us have what they haven't. And when we have what they have, we seem to be content. I'm gonna have to break this down as quick as I can because I don't like to be long. What I mean is this: as soon as they allow us to start sitting at the front of the bus with them, when they give us the first awards to win Grammys and be like them, right? We somehow lose focus that accomplishing something within their institutions, we're not doing nothing but making them look better. When we have to look at how they took us from a culture when we started booming in the 90s. When Puffy and what's that brother from Fubu?
Cool
Damon
J?
John.
Amen.
Damon John,
Oh.
Jay-Z,
Oh.
Russell Simmons. Do y'all remember when black folks was moving up? We had Cat Farm, we had Cross Colors, we had Fubu, and
Game Dash was
but he was making films. You had Sean John. What happened is this: they the money. Pay attention to how they play us. We are the culture. Everything comes from us. That's right. No fools. That's right. So pay attention to this. When they start giving us that money, why did they slowly but surely got rid of the Sean Johns, the Fubu's, the Fat Bum? Did you notice that disappeared? And you had Kanye and them all of a sudden talking about they was the Louis Vuitton guns. They was that. Right. And we start somehow getting back into buying what they had. Right. Remember,
Because they made all of our stuff cheaper.
and they made us sell those companies. That's right. We sold the companies. Sold the company. It's never about owning our own. So when we see progress, we get their money, then we come back and challenge each other to see who got most money. Instead of us saying, you know what, man, in this 100-block radius, our dollar ain't gonna leave this community. Man, that's how we gotta be. Now you talking. That's how we got the fastest moving dollar for black people. It literally takes seconds for our dollar to be gone outside of our community.
Well, you know what? You know what? That is by design. That's not us all the way. I'm not gonna put that all the way on us. That's by design. They designed that to be like. Let me welcome Trouble with Kimmy. Trouble with
And don't
Kimmy
forget,
Kim.
hey, what's up, y'all?
All right. I got you, Mr. Ronald. What you got for us? Where you from? Trouble with Kimmy Kim?
Cali, California, Hollywood, California.
Hollywood.
I just think that it's unfortunate that the powers that be, I feel like they have they just really are taking a lot of black men down, and we do see all these weird things are going down, but I think us as a black, we kind of need to be like those other people, and we need to say,
innocent until proven guilty. We all have said that he's guilty, and that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we definitely need to change our mindset when it comes to our people. I don't like the things that are being said about him, but at the end of the day, I think that he's going to get off because he's friends with Trump.
You know, that's interesting that you said that about us accusing each other. And I can go with that. A lot of us feed into that mindset, guilty until proven innocent because of the rhetoric and the content that's been put out. And a lot of people don't understand that law enforcement and the Fred, the these three-letter people, they put content out also. They infiltrate just like they did with the Panther Party, just like they would send somebody in the midst of them. They do the same thing with content, and a lot of people don't understand or need to understand that they do that on that level. So let me have a station break real quick. Come on, Mr. Ronald.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank you all again for sharing your time with us. If you do not follow the live creator at this time, you may do so at any time during the live, before the live, or after the live. You can also help the live content creator reach his live goals. One way is to hit the gold star to the bottom left of the screen. Please share this live throughout this live with as many people as you can by hitting the white arrow to the bottom right of the screen. We appreciate and accept any and all gifts, no matter how big and small. We appreciate them. And a special shout out to Mindset. She's been gifting like crazy down there, and we appreciate it. Also, you can become a member of the fan club or subscribe to the live creator. It would be much appreciated. Right now, what we need you guys to do in the chat and on the panel, please tap the screen so we can reach our like goal for the night, if you don't mind. And again, thank you for your time. We're here every night, 11 p.m. Central. Back to you, Marcus.
Thank you, brother. And can we get some taps? Can we get I'm trying to get 100,000 taps. Our next milestone would be 50. If we can get 50,000 taps, it's 100 people in here, 100 plus people in here. We could easily get to
Yeah,
100.
tap the screen. Y'all tap them screens. Tap them
Appreciate that,
screens.
y'all.
We support each other. Some
Yeah.
a lot of you people out here are content creators. So by y'all being on live, it's showing that that's going on. So we get a lot of likes on these what's things. This will be happening more often.
Appreciate
Who's
that.
on the panel?
Yeah.
It's something that's being created right here that where we can capitalize, supposedly come up with solutions. Like here in Chicago, we have CVI, Community Violence Intervention Organization, which is public safety money.
Where?
They say the federal government has took a lot of money for that, but it's actually been working. Where the shooter's been down in Chicago.
Hey,
They don't want to
young
report
leader,
that on the
young
news.
leader, young leader, young leader. Be mindful of the word. You know, TikTok. Certain words just trigger the algorithm. You know, like if we say, I mean, black is cool,
We're
but if
supposed to
you,
say pew pew.
yeah, pew pew, and black is cool, but if you say it too many times, it triggers the algorithm and it starts suppressing our content. So
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
yeah, you gotta be, especially, yeah, especially with us.
It gets kind of deep. It gets kind of deep.
Yeah, and cause we at one point we was easily at 200 plus people, and it just started suppressing us more and more when you start using different words.
Share the live out too.
Yeah, share the live with 50 people. If everybody shared a live with 50 people, that would be very, very
So
helpful.
quit every 30 minutes. So let's just start doing that.
Mindset do. And special shout out, like Brother Ronald said, yeah. Appreciate you. That's much
So,
love, much love.
hey, this is Jay right here from 800 Credit. Right, let me grab the floor for 1 second so I can let you. I know you have a lot of people coming here. All right, I mean, they're gonna come over.
Thank you,
Let
brother.
y'all know who will be my partner in that last on this live right now. So, House College down in Birmingham, Alabama is up for sale. and my partner that we're trying to put a bid in. They want $12 million for the property.
Hey, my brother, let me advise you something. You can't advertise on TikTok.
No, it's not advertising. I'm not advertising.
It is. What you're doing is advertising, sir. I'm sorry.
I'm not advertising. I'm just trying to tell you what we're looking at doing now.
I understand what you're saying, and I do appreciate it.
He's just telling you the rules. That's all.
Yeah, that's all,
Well,
brother.
it wasn't advertising. I was just trying to, tell him what
No problem, bro. It ain't no problem. It ain't no problem.
Okay, well, no, hey, I'm not advertising at all.
Yeah, much peace, bro.
But y'all go ahead and because I want
The algorithm takes it that way. It's not us. We don't mind. It's
I'm not trying to solicit no business or anything like that. I was just trying to tell y'all about some things about us coming together as a people. That's
Yes, sir. That's important. That part, yeah.
you know that you can do that on the Zoom. You can invite people, like inbox them, invite them, and then we could talk about it outside of TikTok.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm all about hip hop.
Let me make sure I'm your friend so you can invite me. There you go. Yes, Lord.
I was just talking about the school that we want to do at the Birmingham.
You're doing it again.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Just just send out that inbox, brother. And
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know.
I want to ask, because I want more clarity, because there's a lot of stuff I don't know with TikTok that I be confused. And I need like a TikTok AI robot to tell me. So I'm a little lost with the rules. I'm glad I'm on this panel. I'm lost with the rules.
Yeah, and
Different on different people panels, it'd be
And
different.
we're our
Yeah.
40s, man. We ain't no 20 something,
It'd be different
That's true.
on different panels, so it's hard to really.
That's true, Rob. Some people you can come on their panel and you can say all kind of stuff. You can say all kind of profanity, and we just don't.
But y'all want to hear something crazy that I
One
noticed?
sec, Rob. Let me finish my thought. On this panel, because the brother did ask, so on this panel, we don't use profanity. We don't condescend people. We don't talk down on people. We don't cuss people. We don't call each other names. We have adult conversation. That's why, that's one of the reasons that we ask you don't use profanity. And plus, the algorithm is another reason that we ask you be mindful of the words that you use so we can continue to maintain this particular platform the way it is. Come on, Rob.
Okay, that's understood. That keep it professional.
Yeah.
That keep it professional, because sometimes when you got rules, you can establish real good order. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, we don't and we let people talk. Sometimes they do get heated, but for the most part we try
We
to
don't
we
get
ca-
That's what I
yeah, yeah,
gotta get heated a little bit. As long as there ain't no cursing in it.
yeah, yeah, but we try to make we try yeah, but for the most
That's what I
part,
say.
and
And look,
for the most part though, brother, we try to maintain where we don't just yell all over each other, and
yes, sir.
we
Yes,
we
sir. I
try to learn
appreciate
something
that.
every day. So yeah,
I
with that,
appreciate that. That's
I think
a
Rob,
blessing.
was expressing a thought though. Come on, Rob.
I was just gonna say I noticed that being on different lives and different people's panels, it's not just like I don't know where the rules are coming from, but YT people, most of them, I think it's like everyone can't say, like everyone has to say pew pew and unalive, like those are the main ones. But they like they get away with saying a lot
Yes,
of stuff.
yes,
They get away with so much different language. And then on others, other people panels that ain't YT is very monitored, very strictly monitored. It's weird. It's really annoying.
We didn't, like I said, we didn't build it.
It makes you wonder who's behind the algorithm.
I mean, we didn't build it, We didn't build it. You know, they got a fan base out there by what's he? Is that Isaac Hayes' son? Nobody
Again, we cannot advertise.
Hey,
Yeah, I understand that one. I think
Like,
Hey, bro, be coming right in there. Bro, we cannot.
I'm gonna make this platform.
I like the rule. Rules be funny as hell. Because I'm gonna tell you something about the rule. I seen everybody that's talking about they powerful, that they will, and be standing on the rule, be talking about give people the worst time and worst sentences. But they be the main people who break the rules. Y'all never notice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point in time, you gotta say that you gonna keep selling the same playbook. When you make somebody that's famous, rich, black, and you laid up there, you made them, now you break it. The same cameras that make you as a black person, they'll break you as a person. Especially with us.
Especially with us.
Especially with us, man. Like,
Especially with us.
I remember Mark Albert did something with a woman. And he bit her, he dressed up in women's clothes, this weird stuff. I had nothing against Bob Albert personally, although it creeped me out. They let Bob Albert come back to NBC, come back to the basketball world. They forgave him and kind of stuff. When it comes to us, they would take something, they would take crumbs and make a cake. So that means we gotta get outside their media existence. For real.
And we got to stop trying to hang out with people for everything, every infraction that they do.
man, they've been doing this for a long time because I'm
It's a
sitting
playbook.
thinking,
It's like a playbook, though. It's like they know that we going to come on these platforms.
We act like we don't know.
And it's like we going to crucify. We got did it now. Let's crucify him. It's like it's a playbook.
But why we act like we don't remember?
y'all remember when they and mind you, I love this man. I named my daughter
talk up a little bit,
after.
Ron.
Yeah, I was saying like I named my daughter after Kobe Bryant, the basketball player.
Oh, yeah, remember that?
Y'all remember that bull?
Yep.
And then they come back talking about it was 7 DNAs in that girl stuff.
Yep.
So it's like y'all didn't know that before y'all put this man on blast like that.
Yep.
Like, come on, like,
Yep.
come on.
Yep.
He had a wife.
Yep.
kids.
They care. They care.
And one thing we notice about this culture of sex after a while.
No, you gotta use another word, brother. Can't say that.
Okay.
Next.
Intercourse, sex, whatever. The one thing we know about this culture of physical, you know what I'm saying, activity. That's it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Physical activity. And physical activities becomes like drinking water. So no disrespect to a man or a woman who say, "Oh, I was stuck in that." I'm not saying it's not that because people can be easy, but at the same time, while people are living, when they came in and went at the money, when they made it a situation about the money, it was one thing. But when you take these situations and act like it was somebody running around as if you was chopping heads off, can I say that? Can I say that? I don't really.
You didn't already said it, brother. Come on.
Oh, like you was just an individual that was unalive people. Can I say the name like Jeffrey Dahmer and certain individuals? Like these people.
I don't think you could say the H man from Germany, but I think everybody else is good to go.
This is good. Go ahead. I don't want
You
to.
didn't answer. I said, like, you need to wrestle or something.
Go ahead.
Well, see, the thing is, folks, if you would, the reason that we're here is a vehicle to spread the word, spread how we believe, and spread support for our community. That's why we're here.
Thank you.
But unfortunately, this is not our platform. We have to abide by TikTok guidelines. And that's the only reason we do it. But we're here for a purpose, support our community.
And if we're gonna be able to continue to do it, we got to be strategic about how we do it. If we're gonna have any type of possible longevity on this thing,
I got you. Longevity. That's all. We're looking for that.
Yeah, because I mean, we could crash out and burn out and say end this and end that and f this, f that, and we this white TVs. We could crash out and do that, and we'll be gone next month. They'll shut us down. So that's what I'm saying.
We said that we need our own think tank.
Yeah.
You know, we definitely need our own think tank. Dr. Claude Anderson, he said that years ago that black people we need our own think tanks, and we don't have our own think tanks.
Well, we gotta come up with a way that we can have our own and maintain our own, because history has told us that every time we get our own
Get infiltrated.
and they come in and find a way to destroy it. You know, and
Have you guys about Phil Scott?
Phil Scott, what happened with
It's on YouTube, and he has an app, and it's for us. And so
don't advertise. You can't advertise it here.
I'm sorry, but anyway, Phil Scott is good, so you guys could listen to him too.
Okay. Yeah, I be wanting to know about all these different platforms. But this is the only one used to be one that was, during the pandemic that everybody was on. Can't say the name of it, but
Oh yeah, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I listen to him a lot. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, know him.
yeah,
We gotta message each other about that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, somebody message me that then, please. Let me send it to you now.
yeah,
Thank
it definitely. I'm gonna take a look at him. But yeah, like I said, we got to start building with each other. We got to support each other. I mean, it's like I said, Dr. King had a dream. I don't think he invented this dream. Well, 8,000. Where did you say you was from? I'm from Atlanta. Don't you know Jamal Bryant? Yes. And do you know what he's doing? I mean, I'm gonna say this right here. I don't support everything that he talks about, you know, but he's doing he's doing what he's doing. Well, what he's doing is he's the one that's leading the boycott against Target and winning very successfully. They have lost billions of dollars in the last quarter. And a lot of people ask, why is it that when we try to branch off and do our own thing, it gets stopped? Well, one of the reasons are we are one of the biggest consumers as a people in the world. And when we have our dollars taken away from being spent at a community that's against us, be it DEI or whatever, it hurts them. It devastates them. That's why they want to keep us with them. Oh yeah, they definitely want us to keep spending our money. Exactly. They definitely want us to keep spending our money. But like I said, until we start shopping, Atlanta's a beautiful place. We have a lot of businesses. I mean, I basically shop black pretty much 90% of the time. So 10% I may go to pick some lane. That's about it. But 10% of the time I'm spending
Yeah, okay, brother.
black. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, because I mean, you say it like 5 or 6 times, then that trigger come in. I'm telling you, man, they start suppressing us. Okay. Yeah.
Last week we got flagged 2 times in a row within seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to hear that.
Yeah, man. And like I don't recall who was saying that, but they said them white tea people, how they say whatever they want to say. Hey, that's the world we living in right now. And that's just we just
I've been in that situation too, so
yeah,
it's okay.
yeah, it's crazy.
We need support. The situation with Peter, man. I definitely feel like they overcharged the situation. I know we don't got far off time. They definitely overcharged the situation with him. Because of that video that came out, and right there was a horrible, horrible video,
Oh,
but
I don't think it's because of the video. I think it's just they want to take him down. I think it's a money grab. I think they want to strip him of generational wealth. He's got those two sons and two daughters, and he gave them the game. He gonna pass that wealth on to them. They gonna take it,
But you do
and
know,
they gonna grow it. That's where I think it is. I honestly think that's what they want to do. They want to break them. They strip them out. They want to strip us.
a million and a million, a lot of people don't deal with trust. You cannot take anything that is inside your trust. They don't have probably anything in this country. Now, they have nothing in this mouth. I mean, everything's probably in the family trust. And once you to a level where you get millions and billions of dollars, you don't even deal with it in the public sector anymore. Everything's done in private. So, you know, just to say, once you reach certain levels, you don't have to deal in the public anymore.
Okay, look here, brother. They took Revolt. They got him. That he got. They broke him down to where you had to let Revolt go. He had to let Sean John go. He had to let DeLeon go. Those were Revolt and DeLeon was his babies. This is what I'm talking about. And then the spirits that black people, BLK people, not really into that. We don't
But
really have. We
saying
don't,
money, his assets, and
that
everything like that. He's probably got all that stuff out but that trust trading,
they
the wealth management,
probably.
stuff.
No, no, they break them down for do you know he's spending approximately, according to the research that I've done, he's spending about $100,000 a day defending himself on this case
It's ridiculous.
in trial. Not his case, but the trial period. He's spending approximately $100,000 a day
That's
defending himself.
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is a. I mean, you can't even put it into words how atrocious this is.
He,
For
he
him to even been able to see his family
and
for this stuff that they done made up. Like this, what
so
he's doing in the bedroom.
So yeah, I'm not gonna say they can't break them now because they got their ways of doing what they doing, and
Seems ridiculous, man.
they masters of this. They masters.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Like I said, $105 a day. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. I mean, if they keep this man away from his family, not even give him bond, and the people that Abercrombie and Fish gave them bond, and
Yeah,
and they won't even come to trial. This Abercrombie and Fitch won't even come to trial. Y'all miss that part. These people are not even coming to trial. We won't be on T. We won't be on TikTok even talking about Abercrombie and Fitch. They won't even have this trial public. We won't have media outside of Abercrombie and Fitch trial if they ever come to trial with it.
that's why I keep saying that people don't believe that these three-letter people, these FEs, these people,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put this content out. I don't know why it would be hard for people to believe that they don't put this content out because they do. They put these
yeah.
narratives out when people see these AI and these contents talking about us or talking about how women ain't this
Right.
or women ain't that. They put that content out to keep us separated, keep us against each other.
Right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
think,
wake up and I see, something about men don't like women, women don't like men. I'm
yeah,
like everything. But I'm like, marriage rate is steady dropping.
yeah, I think
Marriage rate is steady dropping.
I would.
It is absolutely ridiculous. I remember one used to be the stable community was when we got married. Now, women don't want to marry you unless you 6 foot tall. You got to make six figures, and the guys don't want to marry you if you got a 45 body count. I'm like, man, this is ridiculous.
Well, I don't want to change the topic, but Marriage, that's a topic in itself.
But I'm just like, everybody needs a cover. Yeah, a man need a cover and a woman need a cover. No, man and woman was not meant to live alone. I believe that. I'm not married, but I swear I'm about to, because they ain't nothing out here. Ain't nothing out here. This day market is horrible. If you out here dating, it is horrible. When they say when they say it's peeing, it's definitely peeing. I'm telling you, if you don't have somebody, if you got somebody, you better hold on to that person, because they nothing out here.
Well, yeah.
Another subject too, with all them HIV rates that's running rapid throughout the communities as well too, because of them DL people. But yeah, I think that it's very interesting that the whole Weinstein case, how it just went away, and that just makes me think and know that it had to be some very, very, very powerful people that were in that lineup, because that would seem to bring down a lot of things. And this whole Sean Combs thing, it's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's just really an embarrassment of his whole sexual identity, which I really don't even care to hear, because whatever people do in their bedroom, that's just don't invite me, because I'm not into weird stuff.
Yeah, you see,
Whatever grown ups doing, that's business.
well,
You ain't
you
got nothing
see,
to do with it.
you see, Elon accused Trump of being part of that Epstein lineup.
Yeah.
You saw that?
That's the thing. He has to be careful. Elon has to be careful, because, Trump is in the most powerful position of any person in the United States right now. He will revoke Elon's citizenship
Well,
in a heartbeat, because he will
but-
do it.
yeah, but you got two people. You got two. Elon is a billionaire, multi-billionaire. Trump, Trump, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Trump is a billionaire. I mean, Trump is probably a billionaire, and he's the president. He's a powerful man. Elon is a billionaire. Neither one of them are used to hearing the word no. So when they want something, he probably thought Trump was going to do whatever he was going to do for him, and he thought Trump was going to be his yes man or whatever. And it turns out that that's not the case. So now they got a clash of heads because, like I say, when two people like that, they got that ego, they got that power tripping thing, and they not used to nobody telling them no. So that's where they at with that.
One correction about the Weinstein case: it did not go away. In fact, the jury's out deliberating on it now.
Mm.
Well, thank you for that update.
Wait,
What's that?
did Trump accuse him of being part of the Weinstein or the Epstein? I get them mixed up. Okay.
Epstein, just think of it like
Oh, the island. Okay, I get them mixed up. And people was going around saying no Diddy this, as if in a negative connotation. But we know Weinstein and Epstein. We know these people guilty and what they guilty of, but ain't nobody saying that. That's all I'm saying. Stop.
bottom line, what it is. I was been found that.
Vicky Boyd in the comments say Diddy and Trump are friends. He did say that, and if they friends, then I guess he shouldn't have a problem with pardoning him on this case.
Pretty sure
I see when what's that? When Larry Hoover got his sentence committed, that
Muted, yeah.
how the kids the next day and the mom, they was all smiling. I'm telling y'all, you have to look at people's facial expression. It's a lot of things that's going on, but I just believe it that he's coming home. I promise you, he's coming home. He done paid a lot of money. Now, I think the smart thing for him to do is to get into music and to pay the people the right way, and then go in to make his own liquor, because all he was a brand ambassador. I don't know if y'all know that. He didn't own it.
Who?
To my Puffy.
No,
Yes.
no, Puffy had ownership in De Leon. He started out sponsoring Ciroc, but
Yeah.
he made it clear that he wanted ownership. And when he got
Yeah,
ownership,
that's right. That's right.
yeah, he got 50% ownership in De Leon.
They would put
And
started the marketing of daily
exactly, exactly.
they didn't want it all overseas
They
and
didn't
everything
want to. Yeah, they didn't want to.
to other markets.
You got to. Let me finish my thought, brother. Well, I know you be wanting to. That people be want to be excited and want to get their thoughts out, but yeah, he the agave plant, and I don't understand. The agave plant was not being harvested for De Leon like it was being harvested for the other tequila brands. And he went over there and found that out. The lawsuit, put in the lawsuit, and I heard somebody say something about how called him a coon, but he had a BLK party that he had started. I don't know if y'all was familiar with that, but Diddy had started our BLK party, and he said he was financing it. And it was a couple months after that with the De Leon lawsuit. They locked him up.
I really think it was a favor called somebody daily called a favor to the three alphabet people.
I think
And
so.
they was like, they had lost $500 million lawsuit. And so they paid, like I said, they call a favor. They know people than we do. They've known that all our lives. They know way more people than we do. They're the one that put the people in them seats. It's trying to call on a favor. Then it was probably just a phone call. Hey, we need you to, we have to get in the office. I need you to come to.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. That's a good point. That's a good point. So
He'll pull through. He'll pull through. Will his reputation and will his ability to make money again? Uh, he's a very smart. He's a very smart man. Uh, I mean, he's going to. It's just like Michael Vick with. I look at it in a situation like Michael Vick with some dogs or something like that. People will be upset, but if he get back to doing what got him there, he's going to be all right.
yeah, he's great with marketing. Let's bring up Shirley.
You're a regular ass nigga.
Let's bring up Shirley. Oh, who you talking about, Shirley?
Can you hear me? Grand Rising. Thank you for allowing me to come up. How's it?
Where you
Doing
from,
fine.
Shirley?
Yeah, I see y'all speaking
Where
on
where you
videos.
from? Where you from,
Oh,
Shirley?
excuse me. I'm originally from Denver, Colorado.
Okay. Welcome to the
But I
panel.
I'm living in California by
Okay.
way of San Francisco. Yes.
Shirley, let me say real quick, Shirley, we don't use profanity up here. We mindful of what we say.
Yes, sir.
All right, come
Thank
on.
you.
What you got?
Well, I see y'all saying free Diddy, and I'm with the free Diddy. It's a shame that we've been reared the way we have and lived the lifestyle that we have lived for over 400 years. And it has a lot to do with our walk, even in today. But he had made it big, and um, when he started talking about putting a lot of money into um, like having schools and teaching just us, just black people, on how to have businesses so that we can occur, so that we can live, so we can be, not the lower class, so we can be who we supposed to be. The minute he said that, they went after with the, like y'all was talking about, the liquor. He sued, he won. They said that man that he won against, that he pitted the, the to go after it. But
it's sad, where he's at. And I'm praying for him. I'm like, I was written on something. I said, it's a shame we're not standing up for him more. You know what I'm saying? But I pray for him every day that he does get out. And that he learned his lesson. I'm not putting him up on no pedestal. I don't agree with everything that he did, but he does not deserve to be locked away as such because he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He's learned.
Yeah, thank you, Shirley. Nobody's putting him on a pedestal. What we saying is where's the evidence of him being guilty of what he's being
Oh no, I'm
charged
not
with?
saying y'all put him on no pedestal. I'm saying about me myself.
Hold on one
You know,
sec,
'cause-
Shirley. Let me welcome this person to the panel real quick. Pamela Williams. Pamela Williams. Pamela Williams. Going once. Pamela Williams. Going twice. Come on back up when you're ready for us, Pamela Williams. All right. All right. Come on, finish your thought, Shirley. You're muted, Shirley. I don't know if you know that, but we can't hear you.
Okay, okay, but what I was saying was, no, I wasn't saying that y'all was putting on pedestal. I was saying for myself because I talk to people about this, and I always say that what they're doing to them is wrong. But that's what I'm saying. I support it. I pray that it gets out. Like you said, they don't have enough evidence. They just keep going over what happened in the hotel. Um, sex, this sex stuff. I mean, they don't have anything. I listen to Judge Joe Brown. They don't have anything on duty. He said this from the beginning, and he's still saying it today. He's a well qualified judge. He knows the law. And he says they don't have anything already. I'm just hoping and praying that they don't just, as my mother, I used to hear my mother would say, I hope they just don't railroad it. Like they have done a lot of us.
All right. My question to the room is, why don't they just dismiss the trial? Why doesn't the judge? I mean, the judge should say, okay, state you've had several witnesses to produce, anything that ties into what he's charged with. I mean, we haven't heard anything that ties him into a RICO charge. Why don't the judge step in and dismiss this trial? Why leave it up to the jury? Man paying $100,000 a day.
They want his money.
That's what I keep saying. Yeah.
I get it though, but I'm just like, at some point, I'm telling you, if I'm on trial, I'm like, man, every day I'm gonna be like, man, hey, this is a mistrial. This is a miscarriage of justice. Every day that he's spending $100,000 a day is a miscarriage of justice. Why don't the judge dismiss this case? Because this is turning into love and hip hop.
Because it's obvious that he's guilty.
Who said that?
I said it. It's obvious that he's guilty.
Guilty of what?
If he was not guilty, case would be dismissed.
I'm saying, what is he guilty of?
What is he not guilty of?
No, that's not an answer. That's not an answer, Tashana.
Is he guilty of?
Where's the evidence of him being guilty of what he's being charged with?
He's guilty based on the fact that everybody that's involved with him is not coming forward, is not and be involved for it.
Oh, so we heard from you. Okay, that's a good answer.
Everybody gives these vague answers whenever I ask that question. It's either
It's not vague. It's not vague. Like everybody that's involved with him, they're not involved for it.
Yeah.
What if that comes up and
So
saying the
why
same
you
thing?
okay, wait. 1 second. Okay, Shirley, I have a question. Hold on. By that evidence and by that logic you just said that everybody haven't been brought up. So you don't see any evidence at this point, correct?
It's supposed to be a RICO charge. That means that there's other people that's involved with the situation.
But
Where are other people?
have you seen any evidence? That's my question.
I wanna see the
No,
other people.
no, you do from up to this point because you said he's guilty. So
Right.
based on you saying he's guilty, what are you basing that on?
I want to see if it's a RICO charge.
No,
I
no,
want other
no.
people to
You said he's guilty. What are you basing that on? People see this is what I yeah.
If he's not guilty, that's okay with me.
See, this is my point. That's my point right there. People say things out their mouth in a negative connotation without even knowing what they're talking about, without even having no evidence, without
That's
even,
involved in the RICO
without even,
charge.
but you cannot know. I gave you a chance to talk and ask you for the evidence. You gave none. You talked about what's going to happen and what could happen and what should happen. And if this happened, this is what I've been saying. People, when you ask people for the evidence, they cannot give it to you. That's my whole point. If you cannot speak
He
definitively,
cannot be involved in the RICO charge by himself.
you cannot speak on the evidence. If you, what is he? Where's the evidence of what he's being charged with? One more time. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know.
Well, why are you saying he's
Just
guilty?
know that if it's a RICO charge, why is he the only person on trial?
Why are you saying he's guilty if if you don't know?
Yes, you just said he guilty.
I'm saying if there's other people involved
Oh
in
my
the
God.
RICO charge, where are the people?
That's my point right here. People lead by their feelings and they listen to these other content creators and
Where are the other people
and
on the RICO charge?
Are you serious?
all right, Tashana, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, pray for you, Tashana. That is not that's not working.
Let's pray for her.
Yeah, yeah. People
You can do it. This is what just pray for. I ain't got nothing to say. Just pray for.
May I ask a question, please?
who's that? Shirley? Come on, Shirley.
In order to bring a RICO charge, it doesn't have to be a couple of people. She's saying she's waiting on other people. They need to bring other people up. No. If they want to bring a RICO charge, they can bring it against one person. It doesn't have to be a couple.
Right, but we asking her what the evidence is.
They after him. They're not after nobody else. They're not trying to. Thank you. Thank you. You know, my heart is just really hurt behind this. It's what we've been seeing. I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Emmett Till. Let's put it in there and hide. They're gonna make an example out of him, y'all.
Mr. McBride, you still with us, brother?
I am. I'm just listening. This is, so many comments that have come across are just, it's just unbelievable. Like, they keep bringing things that he's not being charged with into this case, and then want to argue those points. So that's why I've pretty much been quiet, because it's just some of these people just can't argue. Some of these people just are not looking at what's being asked of them and what's being presented in this case. The facts of the matter is he's on trial for what? Racketeering, RICO, one of those things, right?
Right.
They're not. They haven't presented evidence to back that up. So this is, in my estimation, and everything that we've been talking about, public humiliation and conviction of public opinion. So when he does beat this, he's never going to be able to make any money because nobody's going to support him. So that's all this is to me. I mean, it's just a witch hunt, and they've got it. It's really sad. It's really sad. And we watching this brother get lynched.
That's exactly what it is.
What video?
We watching a live lynching.
Just said the video didn't prove bribery. What video? Vicky Boy Vicky boy say he did it to himself. Really? Why do y'all keep acting like y'all don't know the history of this country? Like y'all don't know the people that run this country and what they do, the stunts that they pull? Why y'all keep acting like y'all don't know that?
Man,
Because some people have convicted him already in their minds of whatever they feel like he's guilty of, whether it's the facts of this case or not. But they've convicted him already because he's done something to them or somebody that they like in public. Maybe he was unfair to them, and so now they've turned against him. But like the facts of this case, I mean, you can say what you want about Diddy and everything else that he's done. You know, that's on that. Let's have a trial on those things when it's time to have a trial on those things. But in terms of what's he being tried for now, then no, and he's not. Then I can't go with that.
correct.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we know the history of this country, and whenever we try to get something and build something, what they do to us.
My God.
That's all I'm saying. Tashana, I understand what you're saying, but you just don't feed into that negative narrative until you look at the facts and let logic and common sense be your leader. That's all I'm saying. And I want to run something else past y'all too. Totally different topic, totally different subject. This with this Elon and Trump thing going on here and how they taking shots at each other. Yeah, I think Trump said Elon was supposed to donated $100 million towards his political campaign. Then Elon is saying that Trump wouldn't have won the campaign without him. He calling for Trump's impeachment at one point. And what about these Afrikaners that they sent over here? These white Africans that they brought over here. If Elon get kicked out the country, because at the end of the day, he is an immigrant. So if he get,
We need to go to
yeah,
he revoke on ice. You know what I'm saying? I want to see ice snatch him up.
and Pamela Williams say none of them are farmers like they try to portray them to be.
Flops.
And one of them unalived his wife too. Y'all know that? Yeah, he took his wife out. Oh, we got a
So
Dante. Here go another scholar, another scholar, sensible man right here. Welcome, Dante.
thank you.
How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well. How's everybody doing on the panel?
Everything.
All right, Dante.
Yeah. Hey,
Good.
hey, Dante, it's interesting that you up here, man. I want to. I was looking at some footage where they was talking about how they had their people in Kenya. They were selling their kidneys, and it was a hospital, a medical center over there was buying the kidneys up and stuff, got them exploiting them.
So the organ trade is a multi-million dollar industry right now in the world at large. It's not just Kenya, and I won't deny it. I do not have details of Kenya, but I will not deny it because there are things that are going on right now in the world. It started. I would say the big portion of it started in the Middle East 5, 10 years ago, where people will go there to work as servants, and they will end up either being unalived during organ harvesting or things like that. I mean, some ended up coming back home, and that was when they started finding out that there were missing organs and things like that. So when that became kind of public and people started going after them, instead of people going to the Middle East and having that done, they started setting camps, more so in the third world countries. I know in Africa right now there are a number of things going on with a company called QNet, which is taking young people with the guise of taking them abroad to go work and things like that, and end up putting them in encampments where things like that are being done. So I am not surprised. Like I said, I don't know the details about Kenya, but we know that this is going on because it is being spoken of in various quarters on various news channels and things like that back in the countries where it is happening. Of course, those things you will not hear of out in the US because there's a lot more to deal with in the US than things like that. But yes, those things are alive and very, very sad to know that they are.
Yeah, because I've also this is the first time I've heard that people will willingly sell their kidneys, because I've heard in other countries they would just kidnap you, and you or put something in your drink or something, you wake up. And because there was one lady, she went to, I believe it was Jamaica, and she came back. She woke up in front of the police station. She was bloody, didn't know what happened, and she went back home. And she wasn't feeling quite right. She went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Yeah, one of your kidneys are missing." Whoever did
Yeah.
it, it was a
So
it was a professional. It,
liken that, Marcos, to in the US where in low income areas you have plasma centers and things like that where people that are not having enough can go there to sell plasma, right? Willingly to be able to get a few dollars to be able to survive. Okay. There in those countries, you may not have the as many plasma centers and things like that, but they know that the organ donation thing is big and there's a little more money to be made for somebody's survival. It's just another form of, what do you call it? Slav. It's there until unless and until we really look at human beings as human beings and start considering each other's uh, suffering as our suffering to be able to help each other out. Those things are going to continue getting worse, unfortunately. How resources are being plundered out of those countries to build the Western world. Meanwhile, the help that was going there, an agency of the U.S. like the USAID, which was helping a lot of impoverished children and things like that in some of those countries, just cut off. People are going to do desperate things to be able to survive. It is a huge global mess going on right now. It is not just the U.S. It's all over. Things are just you know domino effect is all over the place.
yeah, that organ harvesting, man, that is some good stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about that. I had a kidney stone, and they said it was big as a baseball. It was, usually they say they take a thing, put it in your back, and blow it up, but they said it was too big. So they said they wanted to cut it out. So they said when they went in there, it had spikes all over. So they said it killed one of my kidneys. But the doctor told me when I came back, for your what's it checkup after the surgery, he said I had not literally died on the table. But I don't know. I just really believe that they took one of my kidneys.
Wow.
Where did this happen at?
Huh?
Where in the United States?
In San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I they said that it had spikes all over it. They said it had attached to my back muscles and to my different organs. And they said, and when they went to, they had to cut it away from my organs in my back. And they said when they, evidently it had killed one of my kidneys.
Unalive, unalive.
they killed one of my
kidneys.
Unalived one of my kidneys. And so I really believe that they took my kidney.
Wow.
Yeah, so
What ethnicity were these doctors? Just curious.
excuse me,
What ethnicity was the doctor, the surgeon?
they were young white
White teeth?
doctors.
Okay.
And when I came back, because I was in such great pain, I came back. And one of the ladies that was doing surgery on me, I didn't know her. I didn't know she was even in the room. She see me coming down the hall. I was literally on a walker, y'all. I was on a walker. This was like almost 2 months afterwards. She said, "What are you doing on that walker? You're supposed to be up that walker." I mean, she was hollering at me. I mean, literally mad, like she wanted to jump on me. "You're supposed to be up walking." I said, "I am in pain." I said, "I come back." I said, "I have a few more pills." But I am in excruciating pain. I still couldn't stand up straight. I was bad shape. And so, I'm really talking about the plasma of the blood. It's a lot of people do that in San Francisco. I mean, if y'all see it, I don't know. If y'all see San Francisco, y'all would know exactly where we're at, what time it is. It is horrible.
You sound kind of low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, in San Francisco, it's very terrible. Like he was talking about selling the plasma. People are very desperate. It's people there with a lot of money. I hate to jump off the subject, but it's really not jumping off the subject. You know, Bill Gates. They all hooked up with these people. Bill Gates, them. They put out these the V, and Dr. Fauci created the C, and so they're all in cahoots. They studied our bodies, Black people's bodies, to create the C because they want to wipe us out. And if you lived in the neighborhoods we lived in, and if you ate out of, so therefore you eat out of the same stores we're eating out of, drinking out of, that's to kill us. They're killing us slowly.
Unalive, sister.
And this is for entertainment purposes only.
They're aliving us for sure. And it's a big cahoots of them, y'all. It was a man. He said he had his own. What do you call it? Like a lab. And he said because he had the money and he, took care of it himself. And so they couldn't tell him what to say and what not to say. He said, just like you live next door to this person, he said they have a valve they can turn on and turn off. He said, and they can let the poison come in through your water. He said, I've been trying to tell Black people this.
No, we can't spread that, Miss Shirley. That's just totally unfounded.
What's going on, y'all? We gotta wake up.
It's totally unfounded. You can't spread that on here.
Okay, all right, okay. Thank you. Say I can't spread it on there. Okay, but I'm just giving you what I know. And please let me say one more thing. I do know this. I don't know if y'all believe this, but if we all became private, we could do more for our people. We have where we can work things out. We are the creditors. I put it like that. And if we came together, everybody ain't going. For those that, are, we can really do some things and turn it around for our people. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. That's messed up. What happened to you? That's a terrible thing. It sounds like if it was a conspiracy, that is a terrible thing. Pamela Williams, you back?
I am. This time I am.
What you got for
How's
us?
every- Okay, I came up here because I'm a retired nurse
Oh,
and
where you from, Pamela Williams?
originally from New York City. I now live in Virginia.
All right.
And I came up here because when first I want to start off by saying this. If you feel something in your gut, ask your doctor to show you this. If he said that, you know, he couldn't do what we call a lithotripsy. If he couldn't do that, then why not? Show it to me.
What's a
Because your doctors and nurses work for you.
what is that? A lithotrip?
A
What is that?
lithotripsy is when we go in and break up kidney stone. It's
Mhm.
when we actually go in and break it up into pieces so that you can pass it. But if
Right.
he was telling her that it was attached to her body, then that would have shown on an x-ray. So if you felt like, you know, sounds strange, I feel like you took my, go back, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Pull your medical records, the records from the surgery. All of these things are, and I'm not going to say that all medical centers are on the up and up. I'm just going to say that they're counting on us not to do our due diligence.
Right.
They're counting on us not to do it. So, and you'd be surprised at the things that doctors and nurses will say in a chart. Okay? So pull your records. Ask that when, and I know that I don't know how long ago this happened to you, but going forward, when a doctor tells you something, ask him to show it to you. Show it to me. Help me understand. That's his job.
Thank you.
You don't work for him, he works for you.
That's true.
You're paying his salary.
I see. I understand. You know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Because this is what they told me. They told me that they couldn't blow it up. They said it was too big. They told me. They said normally we put a thing in your back and we blow it up. They said, but we can't. So that's why they told me. So that's why they needed to do the surgery. I was at a funeral. They had me on call. It was so many people needing to come in for surgery. They said we're going to put you on call. The first person that doesn't show up, we're going to call you. I was at a funeral and they called me and asked me to call the next day.
Okay, but next time, I mean, you want them to show you some. Don't just take a doctor or nurse's word for anything.
I did, man.
When they tell you things, because whether you know it or not, there's a lot of information online now. So the reason I just felt some kind of way, I have been down in the comments for a few times now. I love this live, but this really touched my heart because I get so annoyed with it's like we won't stand up and tell the doctor, listen, I don't understand what you're telling me. Can you explain it to me like I'm two? Explain it to me. Show it to me. Well, what did you see? Now, what should it look like? Well, wait a minute. And then get on your phone and Google, well, what should normal kidneys look like? And he's saying that this, and what's wrong with my labs? Ask questions. It's your body. Do not take, and excuse me, do not take people's word. And I'm not saying not to trust your doctor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you start asking questions, people start doing things the right way because they know you're going to ask questions.
This is
Understand?
true.
Okay? That's all I'm saying. And
Now,
that's for all of us.
I
That's
want
for all.
to, that's interesting that you said that because I was at the doctor maybe a couple of weeks ago and they asked me to sign something because I was getting a physical. I said, well, yeah, I'll sign it, but how can I get copies of this? Can I get copies of what you're asking me to sign? They didn't want to give me copies. I had to really, really
Pull your
press.
phone out and you take a picture of it.
They didn't,
You
yeah,
take a picture. You
yeah.
take a picture of it. That's
Excuse
right.
me. I want to say one more thing about that signature. You notice everywhere you go, they want you to sign. So I'm gonna tell you why they want you to sign. Because your signature, everywhere you go and sign, you give them permission to go into what is called your Sesta trust, which is your birth certificate and your social security card. You have over $100 million in your birth certificate and trillions and trillions and trillions in your social security card.
Yeah.
Everywhere you sign, when you go get your driver license, they you sign. They dipped into your Sesta trust. That doctor, wherever you was at, they dipped into your Sesta trust. Everywhere we go, my son, my grandson, they wanted me to sign papers for him because I have custody of him. They didn't tell me what was going on. They brought the paper out for me to sign. I said, I know why you want me to sign because you want to dip into my Sesta trust. That woman looked at me.
Uh-huh.
I said, yeah, I knew about it. I said, you haven't even told me what was going on. I said, I'm talking about my 12-year-old grandson.
Right.
No. And all y'all bring the papers out to me. Y'all want me to turn him over to you to work with him. But you told me nothing about your program, but you giving me papers to sign. I said,
Exactly. See? And they don't like us, what they call us uppity, you know what? That's right. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, you know, there's an old saying. It just says, if you want to hide something from us, put it in a book. That's right. That's right. And that's why I read all the time. You are absolutely right. We don't read enough.
Well, I think
And
more
that's how
of
they
us.
stay ahead of the game.
I think
Because
more of
we,
us. I think more of us are waking up to that, and they don't like that.
but no. They like a dumb. I mean, our president clearly said he likes um constituents. His constituents.
Yeah, Obama went to another country and said that he's talking about black people here in America. He said, well, they don't understand because he said they don't know. He said they don't understand their stupid. They don't have the knowledge. And what he was talking about, what I was just talking about, of being of our sister KB Trust. He said they can't take over their sister KB Trust because they have no knowledge of it. They're dumbed down. They don't know nothing about it. And you do have to have the knowledge about it. When you, like you're saying, you have to read. I'm reading a lot of books.
And excuse me, you said Obama said this about BLK people?
Yes, he went to another country when he was president. He said it. I got the video of it. So,
Yeah, send it to my inbox because
I'm interested.
yeah,
I would love to see.
send that to
Oh,
my
yeah,
inbox.
I would love to see that. That is definitely outrageous.
You hear me, Shirley?
excuse me.
I said send it to my inbox. I would like to see that footage.
Please.
Oh, this is the main one, the one we're on. Okay, I'll send
Yeah.
it to you. Yes.
I'd love to see it too, Shirley.
I'll send it to all y'all. Okay, so you send me a friend request. The guy, the one down here at the bottom. Let me put one.
I just did. Just followed you.
Okay, you followed me. Okay,
I sure did.
and that what's your name? And Dati. I followed.
Yeah.
I followed McBride, and I don't know if it was Ronald or someone else. I had already followed this.
And what was that other thing you said? The susticating. What'd you say that?
Called the Sister KB Trust.
Trust.
What you do is, I have a teacher. It's a lot of people that's in this, but this guy name is Pharaoh Esquire L. He's a younger man. He went to college to become a lawyer, and so he knows this stuff in and out. And he could really help me. It's a lady named Dr. Dear Smith. She's in Texas. She's private. It's a man, Antoine 020. They're all on TikTok. And join that group. Pharaoh, he's once you see him on TikTok, he'll bring you over in Instagram. Telegram. And I'm telling you, these people is awesome. This is real stuff. This is real, y'all. They have left us in the blind. This is why they created the birth certificate.
Right.
So that we tap into our sister KB Press.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find that word. So let's kind of leave it.
No, Shirley, I know
Yeah.
you do have a lot of information, and let's sometimes when we talk about certain things, when you said that is why they created a birth certificate. Birth certificate is something in the whole world. Every country, everybody has a birth certificate, one form or another. Except we want to say in America, the birth certificate means something different from birth certificate in the UK or something like that. Then let's be able to delineate it. But when you just say that is why they created birth certificate, it sounds a little disingenuous because birth certificate is just a record of birth for every human being in any civilized world, a civilized nation.
Let me say this.
Yes.
Real quick in my learnings. Now, this all trickles down from who's those people over there, the queen that just died. What's her name over there?
We got to be mindful of the language we use, y'all.
Talking about Queen Elizabeth.
You have to
Yes,
say unalive, dear.
yes,
You
they will.
can't. You
They
can't.
will flag this. They will
It
flag
will.
this. You
And he's
got
gonna
to.
lose. Right. Right. You have to use TikTok language. So you have to say unalive. Queen that was unalive. Go ahead.
She's muted. You can unmute yourself. I don't know if you know you're muted, but you're muted. Shirley, Shirley,
Look for the button down in the right hand.
okay. Well, while she figures that out,
She's got it. She's got it.
Okay, I got
okay.
it.
All right.
Now, this is all attached to them. This is all attached to them. This they put this in order. I don't know if you realize. A lot of people don't know that they are in control of what goes on all around the world. But I'm gonna go ahead on and say this much. You again, now you said they have birth certificates everywhere. I'm gonna say, yeah, this is the reason why they were created. Now I don't know if your country, if you have, because we're the credits. We are the creditors. Without us, the bank doesn't have. Can I say MONEY on here?
Yes. Now you're talking. That's right.
The bank doesn't have money.
That's right.
We are
It's about it. The whole world is about power and control. That's
go
right.
to the bank. Here we go again. That signature. Say, like if I say, they'll tell me, well, let's see what your credit look like, and let's see how much money you're making. I say, I want to buy a house, right? And they say, oh, we're gonna help. We're gonna. How do you say that? We're gonna loan you the money to get the house, right? Everything's looking gonna give you the money. But once I sign that paper, they pull the whole amount out of my sister payment trust and get what they want. Now, I don't know if the other countries. I don't know if they have.
No, they don't. Well,
but I had Shirley, I wasn't able to find that word. I Googled
No,
it.
okay.
Maybe I didn't spell it right.
I'll send to you. I'll send
Okay.
out to
Yeah, so let's kind of leave it alone for now, cause until we can substantiate it and just and I don't want to. Yeah, let's
I
just.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I want to say this though. If you're a world traveler, and I am, many
Mhm.
countries don't have a credit system. If you
right.
have the money, I was in Thailand, and if you have if you have the money, you can get anything you want. United States, a lot of countries that seek to keep. We are in a capitalistic. Let me start there by saying that we are in a capitalistic caste system here. So, in order for that system to work, somebody got to be on top. A lot of people got to be on the bottom, right?
Man.
Okay. So, but in other countries, like, you know, a lot of people say a lot of things about America, but I do want to say this that we as a people need to travel more. We need to get out of this country and not just go to the Caribbean, but visit other continents and see how things, we're so angry, like, oh, China's doing this and China's doing that. China took the money that they made from us, purchasing their own, and they built their infrastructure.
Amen.
And on that continent, when you go for education purposes, education, they decrease your rent so that you can pay your student loans.
That's right.
There are so many things that until you get out of this country and you see how poorly we're treated, I mean, and it is really eye opening. And I think I said down in the comments, my parents have been married for 60 years, and they just made 60 years this past, I think May 24th was their anniversary.
Thank you,
Amen. Yeah, it's a beauty. And I got 20. I got 20 years with my husband.
Thank you, Lord. That's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
And my parents were married for a lot of years.
Yeah. And
they died.
but when my I'm so sorry to hear that. My father is 80.
You gotta use unalive, Shirley. You gotta remember that.
Yeah,
Lord.
come on.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. I know.
Oh, forgive me.
But
Hey, you know what, Brother Ronald?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and do the stats. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, y'all. We've been on since 11 o'clock Central, and we'll be back at 11 o'clock Central. So, and thank all y'all for coming. Come on, Mr. Ronald.
see tap. You need tap for you.
All right. Thank you, everybody, again for joining us tonight. We do appreciate your presence here. And these stats are amount of people that were in the live during each hour. Peak amount of people. First hour, 188 people. The second hour was 123 people. The third hour was 97 people. And this current hour we're in now was 74 people. We got a total of 64K likes, or if you will, 64K taps. Again, we thank you all for being here in the live. Thank you for the discussion. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for everything that you provided for us on this night. And remember, we are here every night at 11 p.m. Central. Please come join us, even if it's for a little while. Come join us. Back to you, Marcus.
Thank you, brother. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Good night, everybody. I'm gonna let y'all down
Night.
one at a time.
Good night, and thank you all, and please again forgive me.
All right. Good night. Good
Thank you
night.
for having me.
Hey, come on back and see us.
Thank you, Miss Pamela.
Good night, guys.
Good
Y'all
night.
Good night, Auntie.
Good night, Dante.
Good night.
Good night, my brother.
All right, Mr. McBride.
All right. Hey, thank you for being in the house, Mr. McBride. Always a pleasure, brother.
Anytime, I appreciate it.
All right. All right, my brother. Another day,
Yes, sir. Another run.
another ride.
1 p.m. Central.